Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, and welcome to the Chaos 120 live stream for this, the 18th of May of the year 2018. It is a glorious day to be alive, people. We've been having a very interesting week, but at this point, every week's been interesting because we live in the era of Trump. So that having been said, I don't want to go into the topics too much right off of the bat because we got a really interesting panel lined up for you folks tonight that are watching. I want to run through all of these folks because I know most of you who watch all the time are already subscribed to all these people because you really should be. I mean, if you're not, you're missing out because, look, I'm boring. This show is nothing without this panel. You understand? That having been said, let me introduce you to these folks. We're going to be starting off on my left. It's not going to line up with what you see on the screen, folks, so please pay attention. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in conversation. So, we have with us tonight, Time to Speak. What's happening, brother?
Hey, everybody. I'm back, and I'm making stuff, but I was going to actually be producing a bit more content, but a good old-fashioned 7-hour render time on a video kind of stopped that notion.
That sucks, man. You really got to update your rig.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine, but all of a sudden it's like, hey, 7 hours. I'm like, why? Why, Vegas? Why? It's only an hour and a half.
Oh, that sucks.
That was fun.
Adobe may crash, but...
Yeah, it just got bipolar and was like, hey, fuck you. All right.
Yeah. But let me see. We have with us, of course, Cass Warfox. What's happening?
Nothing too much, and you?
Just another fun-filled day in the neighborhood. A lot of fun today, actually. But I'll get into that later. And a treat for me tonight. I've been trying to get this person with me for a while. It's just been scheduling conflicts and whatnot. We have with us Fat Platypus. What's happening?
Hi, I'm actually here.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were trying to do it for a while. I had no earthly clue about that.
I mention things in passing to people. I'm one of those, social media cavemen. I don't actually go out and like start hitting people up. I'll mention somebody like, hey, do you talk to so and so? Yeah. Oh yeah. Mention I want to stream with them, and then like I'll ask like 3 or 4 more times, and like Scoop, why don't you just hit them up? Oh, I don't want to be too, I don't want to do that, and Scooby, just hit them up. Okay. I'm actually not too pushy. It's weird. I'm aggressive, but at the same time, I'm passive. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on.
No
Cesar Milan would call it calm assertive.
Yeah. Of course, you guys can tell that Irv and Cesar shop at the same stores. But and of course, we have with us, and he's you guys probably know this young fellow because he's been with us a few times. He's basically like jumper cables and shoes. He's a ball of energy. We got GCV with us tonight. What's happening, bro?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, same here. It feels like forever since I've been on here. Mailbox, you're dead to me, and yeah, great to see you guys again. Irvin, how you been?
Not bad, man. How's it going?
Going great.
Good.
Who's Mailbox?
Oh man,
Cass, would you like to explain?
It's a reference of a show that he throws at me a lot.
Yes, he is my mailbox.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm a caveman. I'm completely lost.
I'm afraid of the deeper meaning.
There's a deeper meaning to that? Oh, wait.
And
it'll come to you.
Yeah. And of course, we have with us, you guys see him there right now. He's crafting away on his miniatures. We have with us the Inquisitor.
How's it going, guys? I say, just because I may not be looking at the camera doesn't mean I'm not participating. I'm just engrossed in trying to get my Dominion squad finished.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, if we could switch spots right now, I would definitely want to do that. I'm so envious.
That's okay.
Yeah, seriously. I got a nagging wife and a dog, and you got an army you're crafting.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And of course, we have with us tonight Canada's favorite son, Irving Twin.
Bonsoir. How's it going, everyone? And a special hello to maybe some IRL people that may or may not be watching. But yeah, if you guys are there, buckle up.
Ooh,
Yeah,
this is gonna be
good
fun.
feeling.
This is gonna be fun.
Doxed.
Oh, man. And of course, we have with us a man who needs no introduction. We have Skeptalk. What's happening?
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Had a little bit of a milestone this week. While I was shadow banned by Twitter, I actually passed 2,000 followers. And those of you who know me know that that's where I produce my content is on Twitter. And trying to make
you
some.
had that much.
Hard to imagine that 2,000 people have actually been fooled into thinking they might have some interest in anything that I have to say, but it's a weird world. So there you go.
I'm not gonna lie.
Pleasure to be here tonight. Thanks for having me on.
That's fucking
not
impressive.
a
Dude. I've
problem.
got like 50, I think.
Don't sell yourself short, man. Don't sell yourself short.
Well, I actually had a bit of a milestone myself. I got suspended permanently from Twitter twice within a half hour on the same on two separate accounts.
So I'll say again, or is this?
This is
Yes, it's
actually
again.
Yeah, this is probably the 9th, well, 10th, because it was 2 accounts. But yeah, probably about 10 accounts I've been banned on since Twitter's inception.
What do I need to do, Twitter?
I know, right?
Usually just tell someone to kill themselves, and they're like, "Okay, account, go bye-bye."
Well, if
No, Scooby hasn't even done that.
if
Yeah.
I
Terry
know that's usually how you
Diamandis,
get people to just randomly like, it's like, oh shit, my account's dead. Trying to think who it was, but they told some scumbag to kill himself, and it went bad. It's
well,
like
evidently
immediately banned.
the subject du jour at the moment is George Soros. So you go on and you criticize George Soros and so pour some salt and lemon in his wounds, and you'll get your ban. You get your ban.
I was shadow banned when I sent the link to the pink guy singing "Kill Yourself" to someone who was spouting nonsense that I felt ought to be educated.
Killing themselves. Okay.
I said that I retweeted a link about how Soros basically had gotten booted out of Hungary, and I changed the headline in the tweet to say, "Congratulations to the people of Hungary for solving their vermin problem." And
That's pretty nice.
and the next thing you know, I was my account was completely suspended.
Of course.
And I went to start a new account with my email that said Scooby331 in the name, and all of a sudden my account got automatically suspended the minute I tried to start this new account. And when I put in my phone number, now the account is suspended. So, yeah,
Twitter's on watch for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
This is why you
Yeah.
use different emails and VPNs. That's how you get around it.
Yeah, VPN is all you need.
Or a proxy, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the only reason I had a Twitter account this time was because Sylvanas had set it up for me, because every time I set up a Twitter account, it immediately gets narked. I haven't been able to get on in like a decade.
Scoob is enemy number 1 on Twitter now.
I've been. I'm like in the purgatory of Twitter. I'm one of those people that's been shackled down in the basement for a decade. What year is it? I haven't seen the light of day on Twitter in like a decade.
I need to tell people to kill themselves.
He's just like, I need to please let me just update my Facebook account so somebody knows I'm alive. Facebook is no more. It is only Twitter now.
Well,
I can just
We all
imagine.
tweet down here.
I can just imagine Scooby is the guy from It's Me Again, Margaret. Yeah. So it's like when they finally give him access, the immediate thing that he does is go on there and tell someone to kill themselves. It's like, fine, we'll let you have your Twitter back on one condition. You behaved. The very first thing, kill yourself.
Well,
You know, I don't even tell people to kill themselves. The closest thing, I wrote to somebody, I told them, I said, I'd tell you to kill yourself, but somebody would probably have to clean up after you, and I don't want to do that to that person.
That's pretty good. I like that. I like that.
Bro, I say some horrible shit to people. You have no idea. Like, I don't know what it is. I got like a gift for sarcasm. Even Six said it. You know,
Well, it's that New Yorker insult, like gene. I swear to God, all of you have it. Like you invent the most like creative insults. I swear to God.
I guess.
I think
like,
it's a holdover from all the old countries, because all the old countries, they seem to be much better at this insults and sarcasm. Much older cultures, yes. So longer to develop these things, and these it's almost artistic in a way, the way that they construct insults, and I think that some of the more older part of the country, particularly the original 13 colonies area, we're talking about the level of sarcasm and just outright insults and abuse can take some very interesting forms, and also very elegant, very artistic, very what's the word I'm looking for?
Elegant.
Well, I said elegant, but it's more like
Flamboyant.
Yeah, not so much flamboyant, but
Flowery.
more on the side of like shit, I can't think of the word.
What?
But it's
Debonair?
a really cool word. Not quite debonair. It's we're in the Venn diagram somewhere of all these words. It's that one right in the middle.
What feeling are you trying to convey by the
Is
word?
is it dabbing? Is dabbing what you're going for?
Dab on them haters.
I don't know.
I know the word you're looking for.
Dastardly.
It's
Dastardly. That's the word I'm looking for.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The word is dastardly.
I'm severely disappointed I didn't get more traction in my comment in response to Count Dankula when he put his initial response talking about how as soon as the judge laid down the verdict, he turned to the assembled people in the gallery and dabbed. My response was, "What if the judge dabbed back?"
You know, I had a lot of fun with Twitter. I'm going to try to get back on there because it really is so much fun to say shit to these celebrities. They ignore you, but then their sycophants attack you. And, oh my God, it's like fucking popcorn. Seriously, you can't. It's so addictive fucking with these people.
Oh yeah.
I know if you can get one loon to say something.
Oh, I
Right,
get that.
start a huge shit show.
Yeah, I'll send out a tweet and I'll come back and there's like immediately there's like 24 responses and it's always some blue hair with horn rimmed glasses and some stupid name, and they're just sitting there screaming at me about how I'm a Nazi. Meanwhile, I could be talking about, I'm talking about weather, let's say. They're talking climate change. And my response will be something along the lines of, well, climate change. You don't believe me? Go ask a woolly mammoth. And next thing, the blue hair is screaming at me that I'm a Nazi. And, like...
Yeah, 'cause those things are equivalent.
Yeah, like, I had one guy...
This isn't even exaggeration, okay? My prime minister... compared people who don't believe in climate change to people who are pro female genital mutilation.
What the fuck?
I don't even know how we did
it.
So that's a 6 degrees of separation that I would like to have mapped out for me. That's quite interesting.
So when are you guys gonna get rid of Trudeau? Really, please?
2019.
Not soon enough.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Why
Scooby.
did you vote for him in the first place? What's wrong with you guys?
Free marijuana.
All the women voted for him because he's a hottie.
And the youth
not
vote
that
for
hot.
marijuana. Something like 80% of people ages 18 to 24 actually went to vote. And that was without that, he didn't win. The Liberal Party didn't have a victory, let alone a majority.
So you got the stupid block vote.
it was the marijuana vote.
The marijuana vote, right? Very good.
Weed wins.
God, what an embarrassment that guy is. When I saw the picture of him in the pussy hat, I just went, dude, learn some decorum. You got to understand about optics if you're going to run a country. Running Canada is a grown-up job, but he doesn't treat it that way. And that's an embarrassment to you. It's a national embarrassment. It really is. It really sucks for Canada.
He's doing the best he can, okay? That's the best that they've got.
Well, then shoot him.
No,
Then shoot him.
not the best we've got, but yes, he's doing
Irving,
the best.
I was a substitute teacher as well, but I think I would make a much better president than, much better prime minister, rather, Canada than Justin Trudeau.
Any one of the first 500 people out of the Boston telephone book would probably be better than Trudeau. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be a good prime minister for Canada. I'd have you guys embroiled in a war within 9 months.
But
I say that openly.
You'd be entertaining.
Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that movie.
Yeah.
Settle down there, Polydub. I can see that you're going. Your inner MGTOW is showing there, dude.
MGTOW. He's been spending too much time with Hammer, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
And he's been spending most of his nights with me, Far, and Eve. We get to hear some
Longest argument against women voting. Oh God. I don't know. I grew up in a matriarchal household. I'm the youngest of 7. I have 5 older sisters, and my father is also the youngest of 6. He has 5 older sisters. So I grew up around that. Women ran everything. That's just the way it was in my family.
But also, like I've mentioned this before, especially like in Italian households, that it's simply a division of labor. Outside of the house, he's the boss. Inside the house, she's the boss. He takes care of the field, right? Or goes out to win the money. And inside the house, you take off your shoes. You wash your hands before you sit at my table. Like, everyone has their job and they're the boss of their job, right? So in the house, yeah, it's pretty much, it's a matriarchy.
And I'll support that too. I'm Italian. I grew up, Italian American. I grew up in that kind of house, and that's exactly the way things were divided.
Oh, how many generations removed are you, if you don't mind my asking?
You mean from full Italian?
Yeah.
My great grandfather came over, and he married 100% Italian lady.
Okay.
So they were my grandfather was 100% Italian, and my father is half Italian, and then he married a woman who is 1/4 Italian, something like 3/8 Italian or something technically.
All right.
And we're a fourth gen.
Mongrel breed. I'm a Presbyterian. There's an interesting story as to why my family became Presbyterians. My great-grandfather, when he came over from Italy, his trade was a timberman, and he started a sawmill in southern Alabama. He came through New York and moved down the East Coast and eventually settled in a county near Mobile, Alabama. Started a sawmill and was pretty successful. And he was going to the Catholic Church. Everybody was taking the family to the Catholic Church. And they came home from church one day, and there were a bunch of men out in the front yard. They were on horses. And they were the Klan. And they explained to him that if he didn't start coming to the Presbyterian Church next week, he'd be hanging from one of these pecan trees. And so he said, you know what? I feel very Presbyterian. And that is how my family became Presbyterians, because he didn't want to, endanger his family, lose the sawmill, lose his life, and that whole thing. So he didn't stand on principle. He didn't stand up for his principles against a bunch of armed men with a rope.
Well, I'll tell you, Skeptalk, if the same bunch of guys came around and encouraged me to leave the Methodist Church for Presbyterian, I would have said fuck you and fought to the death, because damn it, I love those casseroles.
Right. And doctrinally, of course, Methodism is so different from Presbyterianism.
Methodism is the casserole church.
Yeah, we're getting hoagies from our Catholic church, even though I'm an atheist. They're like, "Hey, why didn't you go to Ash Wednesday this year? It's not like you were doing anything." I'm like, did you forget?"
That's the one thing that you can expect by joining a Methodist church is casseroles. That's our thing.
Sandwiches.
Jesus and casseroles. That's what we do. That's
I
our
don't know,
thing.
man. The Mormon church was definitely into potlucks.
Ah,
I'll tell you that much.
Well, I remember from when I was younger, because I was raised old school Catholic, and like Christmas Eve, because my family's Sicilian, and we're actually like right off the boat, you know, and like we would have the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve.
That's our good old Christmas Eve as well.
Yeah, but it's different for us, you know, like because we're down south, so it's, you know, it's like octopus, squid,
Oh, we have that
eel,
too.
mussels. Yeah, we don't
Bari
really
isn't
get
too
them.
far away.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I forgot you're from Bari. That's why.
In
Yeah.
Genoa.
Yeah. I forgot. But yeah, like the thing was, I was actually gonna say, Skep, me and Irv here, like Irv's father is right off the boat. His father immigrated to Canada in the 50s. My grandparents.
Are you both Sicilian?
Irv's Galabrese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay, cool. And I actually, it's funny that this got brought up, because I wanted to ask you, Irv, when you were a kid, because like you were talking about, you know, like how it was, you know, like in the house, you know, how he was like, he was in charge outside and she was in charge inside. On the other side of this coin, and luckily we got a lot of the boot up on this this stream tonight. There's a lot of Italians, so I feel more comfortable asking this question. And I no offense to any of you folks who are not of Italian descent when I ask this, but Irv, when you would go over like your WASP friends' houses, when you first were going over there, did you find it weird how their families were?
Yeah.
You know, like putting the kids in timeout and shit, and the way that they spoke.
Just got the shit kicked out of you.
And I hate to steal a line from Dave Chappelle there, because I wasn't too happy with that special. But yeah, no, in my experience, WASP food isn't delicious. So I wouldn't stay for dinner, and it's like, nah, there's no structure here. There's no discipline in this house. And at like between 6 and 12 years old, that was weird to me. That was very, very strange.
Yeah.
And did you ever think that Kraft macaroni and cheese was a terrible crime to commit against pasta?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know what that was until I was, I think, in junior high or high school. I forget which. I'd never had macaroni and cheese before.
You never had it at home, did you?
That shit's a big deal in Canada, and I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Really?
Well, I think I told you, I went over to this friend of mine's house, and we were doing something, and he's like, "Yo, Scoob, you want to stay for dinner?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, sure, no problem, man." So I'm sitting there, and you know, we're sitting at the table, and his mother, you know, puts a plate in front of me, and I'm looking down at this plate that she put in front of me, and they go to me, "Scooby, you don't like pierogies?" And I go, "Oh, that's what these are." And they look at me like, "You never seen a pierogi before?" I'm like, "No."
That's more of
I've
a
never
Polish
seen-"
thing.
No, I know what it is. My neighborhood, there's a lot of Polish people in there, but I'm just saying, my father
came from.
Yeah, my father would not let anything into the house. He was not, he didn't give a shit. We would get Chinese once a week, or sometimes we'd rotate that with KFC. That was it. That's just how he was. He, you know, like he didn't, I think it was Saturday was the day we would get like a takeout or something. Or once in a while, we would go up the block to the pizzeria because the owner, Carmine, spoke the old tongue. And the old man liked to sit there and, you know, like shoot the shit with him. But, yeah, other than that, we always ate a home-cooked meal every night. And it was before sundown. You know, that's just how it was. We had to be inside for dinner before the sun set because, you know, you fast after the sun is down and when you're Catholic like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the color of the Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's just,
look,
it should not be that.
Yeah, it should not be that bright of an orange.
Cheese should either be paler or darker than that. That's the absolute wrong color for cheese.
Then damn, you guys don't want to see what I'm eating right now.
In my opinion, American cheese is a crime.
It's
it
not
really is.
cheese.
I can't eat American
It's
cheese,
not
and the
really
only
cheese.
mac and cheese I like is the powdered stuff.
When it comes to American cheese, the closest thing I can have is Cooper, which is a sharper American, and it's not bland. Also, here's the other debate. What color is your American cheese? Is it yellow or white?
I will only
Here it's
have
white.
American.
Back in the
I
good
will
old-
only have it in two circumstances. It has to be paired with ham or superior cheeses.
Probably lots of them.
So wait, what's cheddar? Is cheddar American?
No, that's an
No,
English cheese.
Yeah, it's from cheddar.
It's literally from Cheddar, England.
It's from Cheddar. There's a town called Cheddar.
I didn't know that was a place. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
We always have the basics in my fridge: mozzarella, provolone,
Havarti.
Parmesan, Pecorino Romano.
One of the cool things about growing up in Belgium was we could drive to Italy, and it wasn't just the end of the world. And we visited Italy a lot. And one thing about Italy and that the part of France that's close to Italy is you eat good. And back then, this was
You mean the part of France that is Italy, Savoy, and Nice?
Right.
We're not forgetting.
Okay, guys, I just want to say I haven't really been streaming with you guys for like a while, and I was taking a break and everything. But goddamn, like we used to have like maybe 10, 15 minutes of like just talking about food. This is a whole entire stream now. Nobody told me I should come into this hungry.
Oh, don't worry.
That's why I'm eating.
Well, it's about to get worse there, GCV, because Scooby has been inviting me to come up to New York for a long time, and here's the thing: I'm probably going to bring like a very small bag for my clothing and other little accoutrements, and I'm probably going to leave New York with about 8 wheels of cheese.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
How far away from New York are you?
How far away?
How far away from New York are you?
You mean Manhattan?
Are you flying or driving? In other words,
Me? I'm from San Antonio. Well, I'm not originally from. I live in San Antonio.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We had that conversation. I'm sorry. I should have remembered that.
You're up north, right?
Yeah, I'm in Midlothian, just south of Dallas.
Okay. So I want to my Dallas map skills are a little rusty. Is that near Marshall, or is Marshall north of Dallas?
Marshall is east of where I am. Yeah, kind of north and east of where I am. I'm like 20 miles due south of Dallas.
I know people from Plano, from Marshall, from Grapevine, Fort Worth, just around Dallas.
Yeah. I lived in Fort Worth for 16 years and then moved to Colorado for a couple of years, then moved back to Arlington and down in Midlothian.
You ever been to the stockyards?
Oh, yeah. many times.
Oh, what the hell is the name of it? There's a really great barbecue restaurant there.
There's about 20. There's about 6 really good barbecue restaurants. There's about 30 barbecue restaurants in that.
Well, it's Texas, yeah, but let's.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying.
You're talking about Angelo's is probably who you're thinking of because they're known as having the best ribs in Texas, and
I think that's probably
by far the best.
It was at the stockyards.
It is at the stockyards. Yeah.
I was visiting family, and it was spectacular.
Yep.
And this is, it's barbecue. It was really good barbecue though.
People have the ribs there, and they have religious experiences. It really is an amazing place to eat.
Yeah.
Six, I was gonna say, if you're gonna come up here, my advice would be to you, and I'm being dead serious about this: stockpile cash, or use your credit card or whatever. And I'm not even saying for nightclubs or bars or any of that waste of money. Between all of the different restaurants, all of the different spice places, the best way I could put it is I can take you into Chinatown and you can get a fish sauce that the only other place that you could probably get it would be like at the foothills of the Himalayas. Yeah, I'm saying if you, I know you are a cook, and that's what I'm saying. Like this is the beauty of my home. Seriously, is the ingredients.
Yes, and ingredients, wonderland.
Oh
I'm gonna have to rent out like a shipping crate, and
I love to go to New York. I actually had the privilege of living in Manhattan for most of a year. And
yeah, you and I were talking about that.
Right. I love the food in New York. There's the only place I've ever been that approaches, and it just approaches New York. I don't think it gets there, is London. London has a lot of great places to eat too. But man, New York, I mean, you can walk down the street, there'll be this amazing Korean on this side and amazing Indian food over here, dot and feather, and Cambodian food on the next corner. It just, I love that place.
I want to get
we're
I want to
spoiled
get
for
a bag of
choice.
curry about the size of a beanbag chip.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm
let me show
interrupting
you
for a
something.
minute because Scooby, Irate Prostate, stopped by saying, hi, guys. I'm popping by to say, hi, Ro.
Hey, what's up, Prostate?
Yeah, and I just want to say, Tara, are you really monitoring this chat? Because this is fucking hilarity going on. This is called chaos. Chaos is in the chat right now. It's fucking insane. I'm loving it. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
actually, I was gonna
I am
say-
monitoring the chat, and I'm still fucking with Tennessee Marine.
I was gonna say, well, you've got Far, Zelthor, and Polydub in there, and I know those guys are starting some shit. They always do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I brought Am Satan yet over here. She's a little upset with you guys because I'm hers, and that's what that is.
She can
Tara,
share.
I know.
I'm not looking at the chat myself, Tara. So if anyone hits me up, let me know, please.
I'm
I
awful
will.
at checking the chat.
Tennessee Marine made the mistake of saying something in there, and I saw him, and I'm like, hey, Tennessee Marine, I got a wig cap for you.
Not to get your ire up there, but yeah, someone did try to half-assedly call you out.
Freedom for All says, love you, East Coast brother. Talking to you, Scoob.
Oh, cool. Thanks, bro. But yes, actually, speaking of East Coast, that's the reason I turned the camera on really quick. I wanted to show Skeptalk and Six this. This is what I'm talking about when I said spoiled for choice with ingredients. This is just what I had on the fridge, on the shelf in the fridge.
There you go.
The shit you get in the supermarkets up here. Look at this. It's a cranberry horseradish. Oh my god, this. If you want to talk about making a sandwich,
I'm in awe.
Oh my god, I need to get some of that.
I want some right now.
Seriously, I'm just gonna start looking at different condiments I got.
I would like to smother.
I like the ones with the
egg in that.
ribs.
Let me see what else.
I'd put that shit on my sandwiches.
Yeah. Then we got this one. My mother's Irish, so she loves horseradish. So she's got her Gold's horseradish mustard from in Brooklyn.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Seriously, that's what I'm saying, bro. When you come out here, you are gonna get so hooked up. There is just so much food here. Like just so much to buy. What else does Scooby have up in this bag of tricks here?
He has ketchup for hot dogs.
No, I don't think I. Oh no, I do have.
I've been called a heretic up in Chicago for that, but yeah, ketchup is good on hot dogs. Fight me.
Yes, it is. I did that to Burnside, and I don't like non-all beef hot dogs. They literally make me sick. But it was the only thing we had in the house to eat, and I put ketchup on it, and I sent the picture to Burnside, and he goes, "What the fuck kind of heresy is this?"
So you're kind of a Hebrew national kind of girl.
Jew dogs.
Look, there's.
Oh, I don't like Jew dogs. I like Nathan's, and I like
Nathan's,
Ballpark.
Yeah, Nathan's famous.
Black Angus.
Nathan's is the best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ketchup's
Yeah,
got
that's
its
another
place
thing.
on a hot
Take
dog.
it to
right?
Nathan's.
Yeah, we're going to Nathan's, and I'm going to eat myself sick.
We'll go see a Cyclones game. Seriously, you'll have fun. And actually, I just remembered, this is another thing I wanted to show you really quick. We have these right on the shelf in the stores. Since I know you prefer these.
There you go.
Glass
Soda
bottle
and
Mexican
glass.
Cokes.
Yes.
Yep, and it's Mexican, so it has actual
Yes.
sugar, not corn syrup.
Yes.
Yeah, it has the cane
yes.
sugar, yeah.
When you're
Those
in
are-
Texas, you know which restaurants have the Mexican Cokes and which don't.
Yeah.
That's something you learn very quickly.
It's
Yes,
kind of
you
funny,
do.
actually. I know all about that because I used to work for Coke, and I know which convenience stores up here in Chicago sell Mexican Coke.
It's a must.
Awesome.
It's a must. If you want the full experience, you need it in the glass bottles. It needs to have the real sugar, not the syrup.
That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly right. I was just going to say, in the glass bottles with real sugar, why does that taste better? There's
It
no
just
chemical
does.
reason why it should. It does.
It just does.
It just.
I can't explain it. It just does.
Listen, guys, I really need to jump in here because I'm also hearing from Tennessee Marine there, chili on hot dogs or sauerkraut. I understand that, and I understand ketchup, but maybe I'm a purist. Hot dog, mustard, and onions, and that's it.
I don't like mustard. That's my problem.
Me too. It's just one of those
That's-
things.
That's
I like
a
to bake out of it, but I don't like.
If I'm at a baseball game, yeah. Just
Ballpark mustard and onions, baby. That's the iconic dog.
yeah.
Yeah, for me,
Tennessee Marine finally responded. I said, Tennessee Marine, got a wig cap for you. He goes, Terracin, I got a machete for you. To the face.
If I'm at a grill, if I'm at somebody's like backyard grill, then I will have things like sauerkraut. I'll have things like chili. But if I'm at a game, if I'm sitting in the bleachers, yeah, simpler is much better.
see, here's my whole thing. I'm a transplant to Chicago. I'm not originally from here. I'm originally from Cincinnati, and Cincinnati has one very important thing.
The Bengals.
Hang on, I'll find it here, and then I'll share it. I'll screen share.
It has WKRP.
And the Reds.
KRP, yeah, and the Reds. I'm a very much a Reds fan. That's the reason why whenever anyone talks about are you a Reds fan or are you a Cubs fan or a Sox fan, I'm all like, I like the Reds. I'm from Cincinnati, man.
The Reds are a much better organization now that Marge Schott is dead.
Amen.
Are you a Bengals fan, Inquisitor?
I'm not really that big into football.
I was gonna say because Boomer Esiason lives over by my sister.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
But
he's originally from Islip.
this right here, these are original Cincinnati hot dogs from Skyline Chili. It's a extremely local brand. That's a chili coney with just a mountain of cheddar cheese.
There
That
you
is
go.
a lot of cheese.
Yes. And it is delicious. But yeah, that's my kind of hot dog.
Nice.
Yeah. I like hot dogs with the brown spicy mustard.
Yep.
Yeah, if I have to have mustard, it has to be spicy.
I want some heat
Brown.
with that mustard.
Brown
The
mustard
way I
is
like
the
my
only
hot
mustard.
dogs is I like to have a little bit of mayonnaise on there, some mustard, some ketchup, some relish, onions, and sauerkraut.
We had a hot dog truck when I was in high school, and the trick to getting your dogs where they taste good, you gotta boil them in beer. That's the secret.
That sounds. You don't need a double boiler for beer though, right? Like the alcohol.
That's how we do it in Texas with brats.
Yeah, the alcohol content is so low. You boil them in beer. What my trick is, let's say you're gonna boil because it was a hot dog truck, so we probably use like a whole 12-pack, maybe 24. I don't remember. I'm going back like 25 years ago. But the thing is, I personally would add an entire small bottle of Frank's Red Hot to the beer, and a couple of cloves of garlic, and some pearl onions.
There you go.
And I'd let that get to a boil. Then I'd throw the dogs in.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds fucking crazy.
Oh, it's delicious.
That's
That's the thing. Dirty water dogs, which is the slang term for hot dogs off of a truck. Dirty water dogs around here are a staple.
We just call it street meat in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, specifically, like if you say to somebody you want to go out for some hot dogs, they're gonna say, "Well, what do you want to do? You want to hit Nathan's? You want to get some dirty water dogs?" And usually, no one ever says Nathan's. No one goes there unless that's for tourists.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm telling you, Scoob, you're gonna have to rent out a wheelbarrow. Because when we go down there, I'm gonna eat myself until unconsciousness.
Well, I will take you. You remember how I kept on the videos that I put up about the airport that I was actually concerned because the hot dog cougar isn't at her usual spot?
Yeah.
I'll take you to Nathan's, but then, God willing that everything's okay with her, I'll take you to the cougar. Because let me tell you something. After you have that woman's hot dogs, I don't think that there's another food on earth that will match those hot dogs.
Well, Scooby, you're still going to need to rent out that wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
One way or another, you're going to be wheeling an unconscious six from a hot dog vendor, whether that be Nathan's or the lady you're talking about.
Well, you should actually bold claim, man. That's a bold claim. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah. Well, the only thing that comes close to this woman's hot dogs is my boy Kuzmo. He has his gyro place up over by the car wash.
Oh man, good gyro.
Oh yeah,
So
and
good.
he is. This is the thing. He had the #1 gyro spot up over in Astoria back in the day, and he retired to the neighborhood. And you go in and you get a gyro off of him, and it's about the size of a newborn. It's enormous.
Is it a gyro or a euro?
It's a euro, but if I say euro, I tend to lose half of the people I'm talking to. So I'm saying gyro because most people don't know what a euro is.
Yeah.
And say I'm from I'm from Chicago, man. We've got so many Polish here. They get offended if you don't call it a euro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now that I always thought that was Greek food. Is that not Greek food?
It is.
I'll tell you
Greek
this
food.
much.
And I know that
It
Chicago
is
has
Greek.
more Greeks than Athens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more Greek people than Athens. So
the Greek restaurants around here,
Basically anywhere with Albanians other than Albania.
all the Greek
Armenia.
all the Greek restaurants around here, they're owned by Poles.
And all the diners around here are owned by Greeks.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of
that's
cultural
everywhere, though.
diffusion. A lot of cultural diffusion with the Greeks. Yeah, that's the reason that the Russians use Cyrillic instead of Latin.
hey, wait a minute! I just realized
the
you're
Russians
talking about
saw themselves as the successor to the Roman Empire, so
right.
Yeah.
that's why they would use it after Second Rome fell. They became the Third Rome, even though
Right, which is why the Tsar is actually the Slavic pronunciation of Caesar. It's their spin on it because of the way that they would utilize inflection. You were saying something, Skep?
Oh, I was just going to say that it seems like we're talking about eating a lot of different ethnicities, foods, and that's a weird kind of cultural appropriation. And I'm not hearing proper sensitivity being shown.
Oh no!
To the cultures we're munching the appropriation from.
I show no.
I feel like I ought to feel guilty.
I give no fucks.
I will culturally approciate the shit out of a big ass plate of baklava.
Well,
Makes me want to cut myself.
As a New Yorker, when people say to me about cultural appropriation, because I get corrected on my speech on the daily.
take off your glasses, you're not Austrian.
Right. I tell them all the time. They say, "Well, that's cultural appropriation." I say, "Well, God, I hope so. I'm trying my damnedest." And I explain to them that without cultural appropriation, we'd all still be, living in caves wearing loincloths. That's just how it works. If you really want to get down to it, look at the Mediterranean. Who originated what? Where did it originate? And who utilized what? Have fun. Seriously, have fun sorting through that mess. But notice now, when they were all sharing their shit and all the cultures were getting appropriated and there was cultural diffusion and sharing, what happened? What was that thing called? Oh yeah, civilization.
No, yeah, everyone
Except for Wakanda.
culturally
Wakanda was
appropriated
not affected.
China's gunpowder and then fucking the Arabs' algebra. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. Algebra is not a French term.
No, sir.
Look at the Persians. I mean, the Persians gave us the science of using cistern agriculture, and they invented basically gardening and horticulture as we know it today. Seriously.
And then they decided not using guns because they're heathen weapons and got completely fucked by the Ottomans.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Religion, everybody.
And so much of civilization and culture that is English came from France.
Yeah, so many words that you use. That's why, if you think about it, we have like you notice how you'll have
all
words.
of our nouns.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll have two proper names for something in English. Like you can call it either this or that, and you're referring to the same thing. That's because the word we're using both the English word and the French word. Or in some cases, we'll have three different words because we're using the English, the French, and the Dutch equivalent.
Yeah,
and people don't even realize that.
Most of English is actually based on German. It's sort of a Germanic.
It is.
Well, it is a Germanic language.
Yeah, the Roman Romantic languages, and even like Greek and Slavic to a degree.
What English is a Germanic language which utilizes a Latin vocabulary.
And then there's Hungarians, which come out of the Urals, so they're just completely fucking different than everybody else, but kind of similar.
Oh yeah, Hungarian is a wild language, depending on which dialect you're talking about. Oh, forget it.
Yeah, because they came from the Ural Mountains or somewhere else in the middle of almost Siberian bumblefuck. Basically the edge of Europe, if we look at it from that. That's generally where I cut off, Europe to Asia.
Yeah, like
trying to think. They were the Magyars they descended from?
That almost sounds right, but I couldn't be sure.
Well, guess who's looking it up right now?
Go for it. But yeah, no. Cryptic says English is Germanic, but it's not like it.
Well, it's Frisian. It's Frisian. And those were the guys who
the Magyars, also known
in the Netherlands,
Hungarian clan.
In the North, the fishermen in the North Sea basically were the Frisians, and
right.
As I understand it, it's descended from the Frisians, and specifically the ones from the western part. That's what I remember from that. And but that is legitimately a Germanic, a West Germanic language.
Yeah, if Frisian is actually it's a sister language to English, it's our closest sibling language.
Right.
And this is the weird thing. If you listen to someone speaking in Frisian, it's kind of mind blowing because you hear the rhythm, and the rhythm is English, but they're not using our vocabulary at all. So it sounds so alien. It's actually unnerving to listen to.
Yeah.
Esperanto always sound kind of weird to me. That it always sounds somewhat familiar, but very distant.
Esperanto constructed though?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's hey, let's make a one world language. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, let's get a committee together to create a language. This will work.
But I was trying to sneak around to something that, like, cultural appropriation, English, the language itself, is like the ultimate concept of cultural appropriation. We just absorbed everything, and we still use pure Latin and pure Greek words. Like even something ridiculous like we thumbs down things we don't like, which is very, very Roman. And we say boo when we do it, which is the Chinese word for no.
Right.
Right.
And then, I'm sorry, but one of my favorite things about Czech, which I really should get back into practicing with my Czech and Polish, because yes is ano, but if you're ever in a certain place that speaks Czech, people generally shorten that to no. You can see where you have fun with tourists.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hi, is it over here? No.
Yes and no.
I know. No.
Friesland is actually really interesting. or just the Frisians in general. And then they have Ostfriesland, which is in Germany still for some reason. I don't know. The Dutch are interesting. I'm just going on a random rant here. Please continue. I'm really tired for some reason.
Well, it's late. At least it is for me. I don't know what time it is by you.
It's the same for you. It's just I've been sleeping like dog shit the past few nights.
Now tell me about it, man.
Bah.
It's not the sleeping that's been the problem for me. It's just me getting up in the morning. You know, it's been raining, so you get into that deep sleep.
For us, it's supposed to rain until next Wednesday. I don't know how it's for you, but it's just been like, I want to wash my car. Okay, I'm going to wash my car. Oh, look, it's going to rain for the next week and a fucking half. Okay. Guess not.
I guess I've got to rain check that.
Womp
womp.
Boo.
Stop stealing Six's puns.
I'm the Rapunzel here.
Oh, what's going on with the
that was
Golden
terrible.
Knights, by the by?
Well,
What's
let
up?
me check. The Golden Knights.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's they have won Game 4, which means they're currently actually Game 5. They're currently up 3-1 on the Jets, which means it's statistically remote that the Jets are going to come back. Sorry, Irving.
No.
I'm
sorry. What did you call them? Did you call them the drunken hobos? Because that's what they've looked like. All right. 3 fucking periods and the first 2 periods of the last game, they look like a bunch of fucking drunken hobos. I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
So pissed.
I mean, are they playing bad hockey or are they just beat to hell?
They're playing bad hockey because when they got in the fight towards the end of the second period, they came out in the third just fucking screaming, and they were beating the snot out of them, and Marc-Andre Fleury single-handedly saved that game. He made 2 or 3 of the greatest saves of his life in the third period in the last game. And it's not that the Knights weren't playing well, it's that the Jets were dominating them in the third period. And Fleury and his fucking blocker side post saved that game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and they came out, fucking just loafing.
So here is the very, very, very. Let's address the elephant in the room here and say that this is beyond precedent setting. That given that it is statistically remote for the Jets to come back, the Golden Knights are going to the Stanley Cup playoffs. They're going to the Stanley Cup finals. They're going to be playing for a cup. This is their first year. This is their first playoffs. This is their first Western Conference Finals. And unless they completely collapse in the next few games, they're going to the Stanley Cup Finals.
No, see, and I disagree with that analysis. If the Jets don't play the way they did in the first 2 rounds, then they're going to the Stanley Cup Finals. The Jets at their best can take 3 games in a row, no problem here. But they're not at their best. They're not playing their best, and I have no idea why. I can't fix it. You know what they need? They need to start fights in the first fucking period of every game from now on, and then they'll fucking galvanize and just fucking go at them because that was the trigger.
It is possible to do it. I've seen teams come back from 3-1 deficits.
But to see a team in its first year, in its very first year, make it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. You think of the great players in hockey who never made it to a title game. And
and look at just wrap your minds around this. At this time last year, this team did not exist. This was a team that was slapped together over the summer. And
amazing
and tweaked very, very subtly throughout the first half of the season and at the trade deadline. Holy shit.
I thought Canadians were supposed to be nice, man. You're talking about starting fights like right at the fucking bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's the fights. It's the fight that galvanized them in the last game. And if Marc-Andre Fleury was not a fucking brilliant goddamn goaltender who knows exactly where his fucking blocker side post is, you should see. He fucking tucks his stick and thanks the post repeatedly because he knows where it is, and the shot goes up over the blocker between his elbow and the stick and rings off the post. Watch him all the fucking time, and he's like, "Thank you, post. Thank you," because he knows where. Like, he's got an awareness of his net. You're supposed to as a goalie, but he cuts it to a goddamn half an inch, and he's always right on the blocker side. I hate the man. I hate him so much.
I developed kind of a hatred for the guy when he was playing for the Pens.
Whenever he's playing against you, you hate him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like Darian Hatcher used to be. I loved him when he was playing for the Stars.
Twitch, yeah, he was
He's awesome.
Just imagine this huge guy, and you just watch him he would just twitch. He had this weird kind of tick that is like oh man, is this guy gonna unload on somebody? Those were the days when we had Darian Hatcher, Shane Churla.
Yeah, Shane Churla. Yeah. Guys get out there and intimidate the crap out of you.
Yeah. People used to hate playing the Stars.
Who was that San Jose guy they used to go and beat the living crap out of? He was a dirty player, and Hatcher was just merciless.
Brian Marchment.
Marchment. Yes, thank you so much. I haven't thought about
Brian
that
fucking Marchment.
That asshole. I hated him.
He was a scumbag. Oh man.
I haven't thought about that in a few years.
The fucking Sharks. Fuck you, Sharks. Oh man.
I was passionately involved in hockey in high school and college, and I wasn't good enough to play on a college team or anything. You know, I played a lot of pond hockey and was on, we didn't have an NCAA team at Northwestern, but we did have a hockey club that played some of the NCAA teams. And I was good enough to scrimmage with those guys to get up there and practice and get the crap beat out of me. And that was fun. It gives you an appreciation if you get a chance to, just be that close to guys who are playing at that level, even if you're not really playing at that level yourself. You gain an appreciation for the game that you realize how fast it is. People don't understand how fast hockey happens. It's much too fast for TV. It really
they have to be sitting and they have to be sitting
at the ring.
Stands. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's partly the reason why I like hockey. I hate football for the very reason that when you watch football, it's you watch football for 2 hours for a grand total of maybe 10 minutes of game time, of actual playing the game.
Here's the difference. Watching football is like watching a chess match. Watching hockey is like watching a ping pong match.
They're averaging something like 30 miles per hour, and some of the faster skaters get up to 55 miles per hour.
Wow.
It's insane. That 2 strides and they've covered 35 yards.
Exactly.
Is it not the fastest sport in the world?
Next to highlight, it's probably the fastest.
But highlight, only the ball's moving that fast. Here, the people are moving that fast.
This is the fastest moving people. Yeah, sport I can think of, unless you count road racing or dirt biking or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
when I was working up at the landfill, I was the only guy there who wasn't black. So I'm a ball buster no matter where you put me. So I just decided, we're all sitting around the lunch once. I said, "Can I ask you guys something?" They're all looking at me. They're like, "Yeah, what's up, Scoob?" I'm like, "Is it true you guys really don't watch hockey?" And they all look at me. They're like, "Well, no, it's not really a big thing in our community." I'm like, "You guys don't know what you're missing. I said, it's a bunch of Canadians on ice skates whipping around at top speed, beating the shit out of each other for 3 periods. I said, there's nothing more entertaining than that.
If I'm not mistaken, 50% of all the players in the NHL are Canadian.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. I think
it used to be much higher than that. Much higher than that.
It's
No, it
closer
can't be that much
to
higher. I mean,
55%.
like Europe and the U.S. have a good talent pool, but Canada has dynasty families that you.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
was say, what about all the Europeans too? You've got all of them too. You know, all
Yeah,
of the Scandinavians.
but they're just not as good at hockey as Canadians. Apparently, they don't put as much fucking like. It's not our national sport, but it's probably
it's a religion in Canada.
Yeah. The Scandinavians are big into curling.
So are Canadians. Don't fucking.
I was gonna say.
I mean, that's like really big. That's like insanely big over there. You know, a guy in the neighborhood, no one can pronounce his name, so we just call him Sweetie because he's from Sweden. But he's like obsessed with this shit. You have to be quiet when it comes on the TV. If you're at a house that he's at, like when it's on the Olympics, like you talk, he gets all nasty. And I said, I'm like, what the fuck is it with him? He's like his village. They're like, that's what they do. They all go into the Olympics for curling.
Curling is bocce on ice.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is very much so. Yeah, I've done some curling. Just it's fun to do. Basically, you take your tenny runners, your jogging shoes or whatever, and you wrap duct tape around them so you'll slide. If you don't own a pair of curling shoes, and I don't, so you just wrap duct tape around them over and over so that you get a good slide, and then you go down and you're always you're not the guy throwing the rock, but you're one of the sweepers, and that is one of the most entertaining things I've ever done in my life.
It's curling, for as weird as it looks. It's actually from what I've heard, at least. I've never actually done it.
Ton of skill.
There's a lot of skill and actually a lot more physical activity too.
Here's what's going on. You basically have two people changing the nature of the ice ahead of the rock. So the rock gets thrown very precisely by somebody who has practiced, and then what you do is you slow it down or speed it up depending on what you do with your broom. In front of the thing, sweeping it back and forth. If you're trying to speed it up, you're frantically, trying to basically smooth out and liquefy the ice so that it will gain a little speed. Otherwise, you might just do a little drag thing if you're trying to slow it down. And there's all different kinds of techniques that they don't come to mind right now, but it's very entertaining, and you really do feel like you're controlling where the rock ends up. Part of that's kind of illusion because it's going to go someplace anyway, and you think you have a lot of influence over it. And I think the guys who have some real skill, who have some real experience with that, probably do have a lot more influence over it than I ever had.
I'll say this: you've got like 20 to 25% if you're good at it with the broom, determining where it goes, and that's like changing the angle a little, but it helps to understand the physics of the ice and in particular a skate, because people don't realize this. What's happening is the friction hits the ice and it actually melts it, and you're hydroplaning. That's how you're skating.
Right.
You're
Most
melting.
people don't know this.
Behind you. Yeah. And
The
you're just
physics of ice.
hydroplaning across the ice.
The physics of ice is that when ice is put under pressure, it liquefies.
Yeah.
Pressure and heat are proportional, right?
When you put pressure on ice, because liquids will basically don't compress, what you do is you add motion to the molecules. Chemistry minor coming in handy here. So, and when you make those molecules vibrate a little bit faster, they have higher energy. They go into a liquid state. They go out of the solid state into the liquid state. And that is what skating is. That's exactly
even
right.
if only momentarily. Yeah.
And it freezes right back, which is why you have to resurface it, because it doesn't freeze in the
same shape.
Same shape, exactly. So you get marked up, scarred up ice, and you have to have a Zamboni to fix it.
You have chemistry. I have being Canadian. That's how I know this stuff.
Yeah, and that trumps the chemistry minor any day of the week, my friend.
You guys ever see this thing that they do over in the Netherlands and in Scandinavia when the ice is really thin? You got to know what you're doing. They go out on their ice skates, and you'll see they go skating across this thin ice, and it makes this noise. The only thing I could basically equate it to is, oh fuck! I guess they used to have like those tubes when you were younger with the spring inside of it. And you would hit them; it would make that weird noise.
Know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard that noise in the Netherlands.
Yeah, and it's like some sort of trick that. Yeah, they look for like extremely thin ice and they skate across it and they make the ice crack. And
also they skate around the edges of a pond that has thin ice. You can skate around the edge perpendicular to going across the pond, and you can make that. I can't even imitate the noise. It's like a long spring in a tube kind of a noise.
Yeah. Because I'm watching this video and I showed my wife because my wife does not get impressed by anything. And I'm like, babe, you got to see this. And she's watching it. She's like, what the hell is that? And I explained to her, and I had to like explain it like 3 times because she didn't get what I was talking about at first. But basically, it's the trick is they go across, like they look for the thinnest parts of the ice just to make it crack on purpose. And it's just, I guess, because of the temperature of the air and where they are, the acoustics, it sounds like something out of a horror movie or a sci-fi movie. It doesn't sound like a natural sound.
It does. It's really hard to describe too.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about. I've managed to imitate that sound, like on a iced over lake in the mountains with like skipping rocks across it. Almost, you can do it.
Yes, absolutely you can. I know exactly what you're talking about. Throwing rocks, and you hear that bong bong bong.
Yes, it's so cool to do.
Yeah, just what you're talking about.
So wait, instead of skipping stones on water, you're skipping stones on iced over water.
You're actually throwing pretty heavy stones, but throwing them with a high horizontal velocity, and every time they hit, you'll hear the sound. It's an amazing thing.
It really is. The sound is so cool to listen to.
See if I can find it on YouTube really fast.
Hey guys, I just wanted to make this announcement. Thanks to the very awesome and very generous Cryptic, I now am funded for my GoPro camera.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Tell me you saw that video that I showed, that I tweeted at you.
I don't know if I saw did.
It's a GoPro video.
Okay. I'm gonna have a look at that. But yeah, expect this summer to see some badass footage from around San Antonio.
Nice.
Cryptic did that.
Yeah.
Cryptic did that.
Dude, you're a stud.
Yeah. I don't see him in the chat tonight, but Cryptic, seriously, thank you for that, bro. Seriously.
He hit me up on Discord. And
Cryptic, please be my sugar
Good
daddy.
stuff.
I'm gonna make so much badass content. You guys don't even know. I'm gonna be making so much badass content.
I'm sorry I'm muted. I'm sewing because Roxy wants to go to the Waldo Flea Market again this weekend.
He's here, Cryptic.
Oh, he's here. Cool. Cryptic.
Did he say he's going to be my sugar daddy?
Bro, thank you for hooking Six up with that. Seriously, you did a good thing. He's gonna drive you nuts with all the content he's gonna be hooking you up with. Definitely.
Cryptic, you are the man, dude. Hoorah!
I'm speechless, man.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I told him I was going to name drop him in that the video I'm going to make at the Alamo.
You know, Skip, I'm actually glad you said "oorah." You just reminded me there was something I wanted to show you. I didn't get to show it to you last time. Let me see. What the hell is this button here? I got to take this up. I got it for Memorial Day for my old man for his grave. I got to take it up to the junior high because I got to have the shop teacher there use the lathe for me. because I have to get this lined up. But from my father's grave, it's the flag holder.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Oh, Scooby, are you still really wanting me to make a wreath for you?
You can if you want. I would definitely use a wreath from you. Definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. That's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Man,
Yeah, I'll shoot you the link in Discord. So
thank you. Please.
That looks nice.
Yeah, what it is, the flag goes back here.
Sure.
And it goes in the ground, and it's basically it's the same as a military issue one, but it's specifically for Navy.
Yep.
So I was gonna get him the regular military issue one because my father, may rest in peace, he would love this. He'd say it's beautiful, but it's not regulation. That's how he was.
That looks pretty close. I don't have the other heraldry memorized, the official regulation stuff memorized. So I can't do a brain compare on that. But if you'll, I would like to. I'll just fetch out a picture of that and do.
Well, no, the heraldry is correct. It
Okay.
is that is the Constitution in the background. It's all the
looks
correct.
like the Constitution. The pennant looks right. The flag looks right. I can't see enough detail to know if it's absolutely the same cut of everything. The mast looks right. The foresail looks correct. So does the mainsail.
Yeah, no, I have a Department of Navy official signal that he had up on the wall that I compared it to. No, I mean the military one specifically is just the star. It's just the Armed Forces star with a U.S. service veteran. That's what is. Yeah, so this is the actual seal for the Department of Navy, but it's just not a regulation one that they would issue you from the VFW.
Right.
So he'd have a problem with that. But I got the VFW one, and I think you've seen them too. They're garbage.
Sure.
They're garbage.
They're boring. Yeah.
Well, not even
that is awesome. That is an awesome piece right there. That really is.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll shoot you the link.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Send it to me in Discord. I would like to see that.
Definitely.
Well, I'll tell you, Scooby. I think I'm gonna call. I'm gonna name my new GoPro camera the Cryptic Cam.
The Crypto Cam.
That's cool.
Oh, that is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Not only because you're honoring the man who put you over the line, but because shit, he's got a great name and it fits with Cam.
Yeah. The Cryptic Cam. Yes.
Okay. I tweeted this at both of you, Scooby, and because I know you both, Scooby and Six, you both are after the GoPros. These idiots are in a fucking small plane, and they have it's like open door plane at like 4,000 feet, right? And they have their GoPro, and they're hanging out the side of the fucking plane, and they're getting good footage, and then they drop it. The wind pulls it out of their fucking hands, and it goes fucking tumbling, and you're watching it spin and spin and spin for about 19-20 seconds at least.
Pretty sure I've seen that.
And it lands in the middle of a fucking pigsty.
Yeah, and he goes over and
pig comes over to investigate it and tries to fucking eat it. And this camera not only survives falling out of a plane at least 4,000 feet, but a pig trying to eat it. Pigs can consume an entire human person. They can grind our bone to nothing. Okay. And this camera survived, and so did the footage.
That's amazing.
And it's not even an ad. My tweet is like, this is the best GoPro ad I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Oh my God.
I finally made it to the party.
Burnside.
Oh man.
Hey. I went earlier, but my stupid alarm went off at like 32, and it fucking kicked me out of the damn hangout while I was getting lunch together.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, motherfucker. Yeah, that's fine. But definitely, Cryptic, thank you for being awesome. And Sharon, it's bloody good to see you. Same with Drum Tech Marine and Freedom for All. And definitely call it something cool like the Crypticam or the Cryptic Super Cam or something.
That's what he's calling it, is the Cryptic Cam.
The Crypto Cam.
Yeah. And is Inquisitor still hanging around?
Yeah.
You see the painting?
Say I've got the minis here. I'm actually painting my immolator over here. I'm finishing up, touching up the skulls on the livery.
Oh.
Okay, I'm considering snagging one of those commissars that I found. A couple paychecks from now, after I take care of a couple essentials.
Do you mean the whole army, or like the whole
just the commissar that was on the Kriegsteed?
Oh, okay.
Got
it.
I don't know if I can afford the whole army, but if I can, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy that and get me a whole bunch of other crazy shit. But that's probably gonna be like further into the future. But for starters, just because I like the look of it, I might just get that one and just go here, feast paint, unless you can find like a medic thing.
Well, it's kind of funny actually. The command squad here for Cadians actually comes with a medic.
Oh, perfect. Can I like mix that with the Deathcore Krieg? Because like
Deathcore Krieg have their own.
They have their own medic. Oh,
yeah, they have their own.
Do they have steeds?
No, I don't think so. At least the death or the Rough Riders don't actually have a command squad. They're a fast attack choice. So
okay, I wasn't sure because I was like, ooh, if there's a commissar, does that mean the other things in the fucking RTS game are on steeds? Oh, and I was just like, yes, battle priest with chainsaw sword on a horse.
I say, do you like the turret for my immolator here? I painted the front like screen here for the turret, like a stained glass window.
Oh man, that's awesome!
I fucking like the hell out of that.
Yeah. What's kind of cool too is that I actually painted. If you can see inside here, the targeting reticule.
Oh man!
Christ.
Unfortunately, though, the gun is a little bit loose. I need to re-glue that.
But you painted the targeting reticule.
Damn, you even got the fucking.
The man's attention to detail is legendary.
Maybe sharpen it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
He's got to pull them. He's got to make sure those heretics stay dead, right?
Yeah, stay burned.
Fuck
yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah, kill it with fire,
cannot
man.
be tolerated.
Mhm.
Age of Stigmar or 40,000 years later.
Yeah.
Damn, fucking
No, that's for
straight
the
jump.
Emperor.
Nice quiz.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people actually ask me to do actual paint jobs like on the little iconography here.
Oh,
but
geez.
Nice.
I kind of like the way that it looks. I like the gold with the antiquing black. I think
QB Sharon says, "Hey man."
I do like it, Quiz.
Mhm.
But that's where you need the proper magnifying glass with a lamp and like a 2-hair brush.
Well, here you go.
If you want to do it, you got to invest in that shit.
Check this out.
I know. You've shown me the inside of your tanks before.
Yeah, well, look all the way down.
That is so
too.
cool.
No, yeah, all
Dude.
no, Scoop, present him for a second because the panel inside is really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that! Look at that!
That's amazing.
That is. I know some of this shit's like sorcery.
Well,
That is.
I'll tell you this
fucking
much.
good, dude.
How do you even do that quiz?
I paint it apart. I didn't paint it while it was put together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still, like, dude, that shit, that attention to detail, like, see, I used to be an artist, and I've never been a particularly good artist, and that's why this shit draws me, because I can all the hard work is really done, and I just get to choose the colors, but I have the anal retentive attention to detail necessary to do shit like that, and that's why I want to get involved in this. You know?
Yeah.
Because like, dude, I could never sculpt or draw the depth and oh, it's insane. But you give me that template, and yeah, I could definitely put colors to it. I would love to have a chance to have a go at these things.
Check this out. And I say this one, of course, also. And I say I'll just, you know, again, the interior is painted as well. Exact same chassis. So yeah, there we go. But
that's just beautiful.
Check out the front of this tank.
Oh my god!
Oh
yes.
yeah!
Yes.
Oh shit! That's
see
sick.
now those black lines. Do you have special brushes for that to get?
I have. Let me see here. Where is it? There it is.
Like I would be dipping a fucking scalpel in black paint to do those lines.
That is a fine tip detail brush.
It looks like maybe 60, 70 hairs tops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is my I painted up originally. I was going to do Argent Shroud, but I think it still looks really good the way it is. I might go back and paint the robes on the angel figure there as red, and change the shield, even though I painted the fleur-de-lis on it.
That's
I'm gonna say this is the Exorcist tank. If you can't tell, there's a giant pipe organ on the top of this tank.
Yes. No.
I thought that was a big old peacock on top.
Say one of my favorite bits about this tank, though.
It's the Rorschach tank.
Yeah. Essentially, what it does, the whole idea of the tank is that it's got the organ, and here I'll show you this because this is another one. Painted the organ. I even got the
even the black
half-step keys. Yeah. But my favorite bit about this is I absolutely love the sculpt of the organ player. Let me
Could focus a little.
Yeah.
Already it looks pretty good. It's just,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, she's like, I painted her with her eyes closed, like she's just lost in the music.
Yeah,
she's
I was
raining
just gonna say
missiles
she
down
looks
on her
like
enemy.
completely enraptured.
Yeah. The thing I'm thinking of is like, what the hell should I do for a paint job? Because like, I was thinking, because I like some of the traditional looks, but I'm like, should I use my own colors like how I have with my flag, or should I use like urban camo because I've got a fucking psychotic fascination with it, or like something like Berlin camo maybe or something? I was like, I don't know, I don't want to kill you.
When I first started painting my my guard, here let me focus here on the tank a little bit. That's kind of what she looks like inside the tank.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first started painting my guard, I actually painted them with a sort of urban camo look to them. But I actually found that adhering to the actual Codex standard for the Cadians makes them look really good. Like I kind of like the original color scheme. That's the khaki color, actual flak vest, and then the green carapace.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
They look proper soldiery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Freedom for All. No, I don't airbrush, but I have a friend that does. He's convincing me to try and do some airbrushing, and I may do that for my Baneblade.
Oh, bitchin'.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, just lady.
And I say, if you guys want to see what a Baneblade looks like, here, hold on. I'll leave my Exorcist here for size comparison. Okay, I'll even move it back a little bit. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back.
No,
But I mean, airbrushing, does that mean like tiny little bits of tape over everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's dedication. I'm already like, no, I don't have a single piece like of these miniatures, and I'm like, no, I would never bother. I'd rather just paint them with fucking single hair brushes.
Well, you could use OK stencils too. Yeah,
But
no,
still,
it
like,
works.
I mean, they're so small. Like,
They're about the size of a postage stamp, usually, the stencils, and it'll have the little cutout in the middle of it. And if you're using like a jeweler's eyepiece and you know what you're doing, it's another step. That's all, and
Okay.
it looks really good if you know what you're doing.
Okay, so here we go. This is my Exorcist, right? It's my Exorcist tank. This is a Bane blade.
That is a big tank.
Yes. By way of comparison, this is the size of a normal soldier.
Jesus.
That's we're getting into Hydra tank territory here.
Yeah, this is what's known in the Warhammer 40K world as a super heavy tank.
What you have there on that desk is the tank that my family was hoping was going to get built during the Reagan administration.
the French built something like that, except there was only like one prototype and it failed. But had it worked.
Drom Tech Marine there. He says, show them a Titan. I don't have a Titan yet. I don't plan on getting a Titan, but I do plan on getting one of the
He says, or a knight.
Yeah. They do. I don't have a knight either, but I do plan on getting a knight. Have you seen the new knight models? They're bigger than a warhound. Now, a warhound is a super heavy tank, or is a Titan. Titans stand about a foot tall.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm going to have to bounce real quick. I just wanted to say thanks for having me on, everybody. I told somebody I'd be on another stream tonight. So
it's okay.
Anyway, sorry about that. Thanks a lot. We'll see you all later.
Have fun on the video.
Thanks for coming.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Yep, take care.
I know, just thinking that reminded me of the freaking Ferdinand, if you ever heard of that tank designed by Porsche.
I was just going to say, yeah, Porsche's... What wasn't that?
That was the clusterfuck one. That it's like, hey, it's going to use this special thing that's not going to fucking work, and it's going to break down in the field after so many hours that even the T-34 lasted longer. But the T-34 took barely any time to make, and they pumped them out every 5 seconds.
Yo, yeah, but you know what? The Russians and their tanks, they worked.
They worked for what they were.
They
It's
were
like,
the toaster of
tank,
tanks, and they worked. Like,
if you had to say what the best tank of World War II, for me, I would say the Sherman, just mostly because it worked almost everywhere. It might have not been the best in class, but it was able to go over how many different theaters. Like the Japanese tanks, everyone always laughs at them, but it's like, for what they were meant to do, that's still pretty good.
It's actually the same as Japanese pickup trucks.
And so
Right.
I love the little
the
what-
Sherman tank.
Nice.
That's the Lehman Russ tank. It's exactly the fucking Sherman tank. It's exactly what it is.
Sorry,
But I gotta
have a
ask,
thing
Kind of
for
resembles a
Japanese,
Walker
like, mini
Bulldog
trucks.
more to me. Well, actually, the treads kind of look like the old school original T1 that they rolled out in World War One. But the top of it, the turret, to my eyes, it actually it resembles a bit of a Walker Bulldog.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of funny, actually. That's actually a rework. This was the original design.
Huh.
I say they redid the design for the new Lehman Russ tank. That's the old one. That's the new one, and you can tell because the turrets are actually slightly different.
Yeah, I was gonna say that turret that you have in your hand right now in the original, that actually looks a little bit more like an Abrams.
Yeah, same. It's a little bit more stout and snub, whereas this one is much more broad.
Yeah.
You might compare.
actually, I'm looking at it now. The one that you have in your hand right now is the driver, and currently that looks like that one actually resembles to my eyes a Sabra Mark III, the Merkava edition, which is the retrofit of what was it? I believe it was a Patton M48 that the Turkish army acquired and actually retrofitted Merkava components into it, making the Sabra tanks. Just useless armory shit that I know. But still very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. And so this is my secondary army, and it's kind of funny actually, because of the new rules with Warhammer 40k 8th edition, I can actually field all 3 of these tanks in the same army. I don't have to play separate games to be able to field them differently. Now you can take what are called detachments. So I can sit there and have an Imperial Guard detachment and a Sisters of Battle detachment. I should show you guys my
awesome.
I should show you guys my Land Raider sometime. Actually, I have a Land Raider, a Space Marine Land Raider, mostly painted. What I'm doing is I need to rework it. I was actually painting a mural on the side of the tank, because the Space Marine Legion chapter that I play is the Blood Angels, and the Blood Angels are meant to be the most artistic of all of the Space Marines. So what I was doing is I was painting a mural on the side as like some sort of devotional, devotee of their chapter.
You were tapping your inner Bretonian. A personal reverie for your fucking unit.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, actually. What I'm planning on doing with the Lehman Russes is I actually do have plasma cannon sponsons that I'm going to be putting onto this one. And what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be painting on this large sort of blank area here on the side. I was going to paint pinup art.
Nice. Oh yeah, you tell me about that.
Yeah, there's a rule in 40k, or at least there used to be a rule in 40k, called gets hot for this weapon in particular, the plasma gun. Or actually, this is a plasma cannon, but it's pretty much the same sort of design. What it was is that when you rolled a 1 to hit, the plasma gun would vent all of its like steam on the user, and it would kill the user. What I was going to do is I was going to have as a pinup pose, have a woman in mostly undress, holding a plasma gun in front of her breasts, and have in stylized lettering underneath it, "Gets hot."
Nice. That'd be a good risque paint job, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. Yeah, it's classy too. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I love the fucking paint job, man.
Well, thank you.
Not a problem. Yeah, I'll have to the next time we get to hang out and have a couple of beers, yeah, I'll have to like lay out my like master plan for my death core and finagle what I'm gonna do with it.
Yep.
Screw you both. I'm going Age of Sigmar.
All I gotta say, man, I was actually chatting with Omegon on Twitter today. He was painting a whole bunch of paladins for Age of Sigmar. He's actually got an undead army. I was telling him, dude, if I were to play Age of Sigmar, I want to get the fucking vampire counts. They actually look really fucking cool.
Fuck your heresy.
I'd probably be in the same boat, not to lie, you know. As long as they fucking sparkle in the sunshine, I'd probably give it a go.
You all.
Well, say the
vampires are the best. Period. End of story.
No, they're not. They're fucking vermin. They're literally vermin. They are a scourge that needs to be exterminated.
Don't you ever say that to Celine. She'll cut your head off.
Yeah. She can try, except I have the God Emperor on my side.
I was gonna say, now you're getting your universes confused. Because the God Emperor is 40k. You're talking about Sigmar.
Sigmar is the God Emperor, and they make fun of him as the boy emperor,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Yeah, but he is a living god. That's where the whole fucking lore of God. I know this much. That's where the lore of the God Emperor began. Is Sigmar, the living god? All right.
Yes and no. It's there was an effort to actually link the fantasy and the 40K universes together. But
Foolish Ulrich worshipper.
After a while, they decided, it's getting a little bit too convoluted here. We're not gonna do that. Mainly because like there's no way that they could reconcile all of the sub races in fantasy to be in 40K.
Right.
Especially when some of them are already represented, like the elves are essentially the Eldar.
No, I hear you. You're an Ulrich worshiper, and you don't understand that Sigmar has been elevated to godhood. I get it.
When the fuck did he eat some ambrosia?
You're just lost, right? That's all. We're on the same side, but you're lost.
No, I don't worship the Sigmar or what was his name? Ulrich. I worship the God Emperor. That's who I worship.
Oh, all right.
By the way, I can't remember who it was. I think it was it Freedom for All that was asking about it. The Knights. This is an image from Warhammer Fest, right? This is the new knight. That's a warhound.
Holy fuck's sake!
Can you blow that sucker up?
I think that's as big as it'll get right now. Fucking newsletter.
But dude, you're saying these are 12 inches tall?
Yeah, the
for
warhound.
Gameplay.
Yeah, the
Holy
warhound.
fuck.
The warhound is 12 inches tall. So this is even bigger than that.
That sucker's about 2 feet tall.
If that warhound is a 12 incher, that is easily 30 inches high.
Yep. Yeah,
Dude.
these are what are called titans. Okay,
And you can put
a normal
them on the
miniature.
board.
Yeah, a normal miniature only goes up to about its foot. It's little toe here. Yeah, this is a warhound titan. This is a scout titan. Okay.
A okay.
Yes, a scout. This
Possibly going to be fighting giant fucking space demons that are like.
Well,
no, it's gonna fight rebels on a snow planet.
Here's the thing. Chaos has infected.
You can't
some
blame
of
me
the
for the comparison.
No, that's really good. It took me a minute. I'm like, oh wow, she just dropped a Star Wars freaking joke.
It's exactly what it looks like. It is what were those called? Pontons? No, that was the animal.
You're talking about AT-ATs.
Thank you. AT-ATs.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Look at the fucking feet on it. It looks like an AT-AT. Only
It's so much cooler than the AT-ATs.
Yeah,
it is.
Also, you look worse than me with your Discord notifications.
Oh yeah.
I never turn mine off because I always have OBS on. I'm like, oh shit, there's like 13 messages.
Oh yeah, I have way more than that, dude.
The sheer size of that goddamn thing. If that thing were to fight an AT-AT, would probably destroy it.
So you can see back there in this glass case is an entire army. So, and I say a normal miniature will come up to maybe about right here. Yeah, I want one of these.
All right, I gotta find Luke Skywalker so he can take the cable around the legs.
Yeah, these are. Let's see here. This is a warhound. This is a Reaver Titan, and these are the new knights.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Talk about
right there. There's some Imperial Guardsmen right there. You can. This little speck right here is.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's
reminds me of Mech Warrior.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Of,
I have not touched
Mech
that in ages. That brings back memories.
I have Mech Warrior 3 installed on my PC currently.
I think I only have online, and it's because I forgot it's still on my PC.
Yeah. Oh god, in online was just.
It's like I like it, but after a while, I'm just like, eh. It's like, hey, let's completely fuck with things nonstop.
Yeah, the fact that it was free to play is probably what fucked with it the most, I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a lot of people would buy it except for nostalgia boners. If not, it's kind of like that's free to plays if you want to try bringing in random guys. They're like, hey, look, it's giant robots fighting boys and girls.
Yeah, that's the thing I always liked about things like Gundam and Armored Core and Chrome Hounds and Mech Assault.
Armored Core, motherfucker.
Oh, that's even more older memories.
Yep.
Did anybody know anybody that actually had one of those deluxe console controllers for MechWarrior?
Yeah, I've only heard.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know anyone that had the
deluxe console control. No,
it was the big fucker that was like, wasn't that the one with pedals, or was that for something else?
It was the one that looks like you could actually control a real life.
Oh, I'm thinking Armored Core. I think that was it? No, that was Steel Battalion, I think. What I thought it was.
Yeah, Steel Battalion is the
Fashion BattleTech setup.
Yep, with the huge fucking Steel Battalion. That's the one I'm thinking of with the pedals and whatnot.
Also, I have to take this opportunity here while I have it for daily reminder.
What?
Oh yes.
That's a projected new plastic Sister of Battle.
Awesome.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. And there's the art that's inspired it behind it.
I'm leaking.
Oh, because you were saying painting, because I'm starting to write a book. And I messaged Scooby because I'm like, if I don't join till the last minute, it's because I'm writing something on one Google account. But one friend's like, hey, why don't you make it into a comic, a web comic instead? I'm like, have you ever seen me try to fucking draw? It's just painting, all that. I am incompetent. We had robots. We just built them. I didn't do any of the painting or any other bullshit we did on it. The closest I ever did was spray painting with stencils back in friggin' middle school with airsoft guns and designing stencils. That is the rank of my art knowledge.
Well, you know, that sort of thing actually does work really well. If you're proficient with airbrush, you can do something like paint Warhammer minis just fine. And then you use your brushes for like touch-ups.
Yeah, when I paint, it's cars.
Well, you know.
Because good old Mitsubishi paint. If it sits in the sun too much, it bakes off.
Yeah.
I remember seeing some guy with the same car I had, also the old T-Bird, because oh, that fucker loved the rust. No, but yeah, it's just always the passenger side in the bottom left corner of that door is where everything fucking rusts. But no, I remember seeing the same Eclipse as mine, same Kalapana black, which is midnight black, because they have to make it something fucking difficult. It was so burnt. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? And this was like a 2008 model year, because I could see from the way the rear bumper. I'm like, mine's a 2006. But how the fuck did you do that? Mine was a Jersey car that didn't sit in a garage. Oh yeah, it's a Jersey car, so of course I have a front license plate on it, so I have a little thing in there. But yeah, no, that's besides the point. But painting, bleh.
And a little something real quick for Irving, or not for Irving. For
not for me. Why?
No, for
I want things special just for me.
For Burnside. How about some cosplay at the Warhammer Fest of Death Corps of Krieg?
I swear to God, I've seen these guys. Yeah, these guys that go all out for their fucking cosplay, oh my God, like I can't imagine how much money they're spending to put that shit together, because that's not cardboard. Those guys, they're decked out in proper metal. Like they craft that shit. They're fucking banging away with a hammer in their backyard on their fucking
Actually,
makeshift
they might
fucking
have done it a lightweight type of moldable plastic that you can mold with a heat gun or a hair dryer. That's actually what it looks like they did, is molded it out of that stuff and then painted it to look that way. Because, well, see, I buy cosplay magazines, and a lot of them tell me how to make this shit.
Okay.
That's
My
how
cat
I
says
did.
hello.
That's how I did a
Guys
little bit of
that
my
Yeah, I
bring
didn't
Metro
think
stuff.
that looked like
an expo.
Mhm.
They were 7 feet tall in molded metal. Right? Yeah, they went all out. Like, I know dudes that put fucking 1.5 to 2 years into crafting a costume that they're literally in their backyard hammering. Yeah, like they've got a blow dryer plugged it right in their makeshift fucking smith, and they're heating metal to like 800 degrees and hammering it, and they make shit like this.
Yeah, I've seen people use like sheet metal and pot metal for that sort of thing. But if you look like closely here at the two plasma guns, those are LED lit.
Oh,
So it looks like, you know, there's an actual light source coming from the guns.
I believe it, but one of my buddies, a guy I met down at Fan Expo Toronto, he's doing an Iron Man suit. He expects to be finished in 3 years. That was like 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years. And the thing he's working on is liquid cooling. So that he can wear it all day and not die.
Yeah. There's
but he's smithing it himself in his yard. This is a man from BC who just like, you know, he's an engineer, he's got decent money, and he's putting all of his disposable income into, like, you got to find this dude. I got to find his name and I'll link it, because he's done the Witch King of Angmar, all in iron.
Oh wow!
Yes, it's like 120-pound suit. He's done Sauron. You should see the knuckle work in the gloves. They move. You know what I mean? Like he's made proper armor that weighs in excess of 100 pounds.
God damn.
Yeah, he's fucking nuts, and he's always dying at every show that he has to sit down after 10 minutes. And now he's working on a liquid cooling system for his crafts so that he can keep himself basically air conditioned, right? But liquid conditioned.
Yep. There's a guy that walks around our the big comic book convention here in Chicago called C2E2 in a Hulkbuster, full size Hulkbuster.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's great about it is that it's fully articulated too. It's like he's on obviously stilts, but even the hands will move, like, you know, independent. The fingers will move.
That's fantastic.
And yeah, it's like, obviously, you know, since the Hulkbuster, the hands are like down to its waist, it's not actually the size of his hands, it's much longer. But somehow he got it so that he can actually move and articulate the fingers.
Yeah, you can do it with pulleys, right? If you're strong enough to work each finger individually, right? But it's, I've seen that's incredible. That's you need. I don't know if you need an engineering degree, but you have to be potentially an engineer to make that work. And but I have seen people in there. This was a Minotaur, and he has these boots that they're a stilt, and it works out that the rest of the bend of his leg makes him look like the animal bend in hindquarters. Because he has to balance on the stilt in this weird position, because the stilt goes forward. It's not straight down. It shoots out to the front. So he has to like lean forward, and he can't do more than like 20 minutes at a time because of the way that it's burning his calves and his glutes. Right?
Yeah.
But it makes him 7 feet tall, and he sells the Minotaur fucking cosplay.
You know, I was actually thinking myself. That's what I said. You know, because eventually I may it's going to probably be further down the road a lot, but I might actually eventually, hopefully, get some cash for my back. And after I take care of my bills and try to put money into a business, the one thing that I wanted to do for me, and this is going to be really nerdy, I don't care because of my height, because I'm 6'2". I have a pair of men's 6-inch heels somewhere around here. No, not what you're thinking, Tara. Relax. I'm not going to dress up like a dominatrix. What my point was.
Damn it!
No, an illicit.
Just a regular old
illicit. Yeah.
Yeah, an illicit I was going to dress as because CFX makes the masks, and I could go into the village. I could go to St. Mark's, and I can get a whole outfit where I would look like something like right off of the book cover from like one of the R.A. Salvador novels. So I figured, fuck it, with the heels, that'll bring me up to 6'8", and then if I get the mask from CFX, that'll bring me up to like 6'10".
You know, I was thinking about it. The masks for the illicit, they look a lot like also the masks from Doctor Who with the ood.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what else you could dress up as? If you're able to make yourself look that tall, is you could dress up as Mr. X from Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, I know exactly who you're talking about. I got a thing though. I really want to do the illicit.
I'm gonna call you an ood.
I found this at a buddy of mine is really he
dressing up
plays
as Nemi.
He plays the alien races, whereas I'm mostly Imperium for 40K. And he was ranting and raving about this, and he wasn't able to find a good image. If maybe he watches this later, guess what, bitch? I found a good image of it. That is an Eldar Webway portal.
No!
They just put this out. This is a Wraith Knight. That stands about I think it's 10 inches tall.
Oh my god!
So the entire Webway portal is like up to 12 inches tall.
So that's the Eldar's response to the Warhounds, I presume.
Essentially, this is a portal into the Craft World Eldar's interdimensional sort of travel.
Cool.
So they can actually bring reinforcements in through this portal.
Here's my
nice.
Is that a playable piece on a game board?
Yes. What they're doing. What they're actually doing is they've actually made terrain pieces, actual bits that you can buy for your army. The Imperial Guard have what are called fortifications, where they're able to build up buildings with defensive turrets inside of it, and they're able to garrison their troops inside of these buildings that allow them to shoot out of it.
Dude,
nice. They're crossing into the RTS. Oh, I fucking love this. Oh,
no, Windows 10. Fuck off. Remind me later, or pick a time.
I've got grievances with this concept. All right, we can do that later on another stream.
Oh, speaking of other streams, Irv, are you hooking up after hours or?
I'm trying not to die, so let's say yes for now.
All right.
Trying not to die. Okay.
We love you, Irving. We love you, Irving. We love you, Irving. Come on, everybody.
I love you all. But that's mostly because I'm drunk. Most of you are cunts. I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely am, but you know.
We're all cunts, just like fucking am I Satan? ? And his Australian bullshit. Yeah, no, everyone in Australia is a cunt. We get it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be stepping after hours.
It's a term of endearment in Australia.
She doesn't like that word.
Who?
I'm saying.
Better toughen up a bit, because I'll throw it around. that one.
She can give it just as much.
Yeah, it's
All right.
slowly becoming my most
That we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
So this is what I'm eventually going to get done here, probably this weekend. This is my Seraphim Sister Superior with I'm converting it up. These are the wings of the Eldar Exarch Baharath, and I'm actually going to convert those up to be the jump pack for my Seraphim Sister Superior.
See,
So
now if you had a single hair brush, you could put silver or black in every groove.
Oh, I can. I'm probably going to.
Nice.
So you should.
Things do they give the unit flight or something cool like that, or is it kind of like a wing?
Yeah. Yeah. No. You know. Of course. You've played Soulstorm, and you remember the Sisters' battle in Soulstorm, the Seraphim, about how they can jump across the battlefield.
Yeah,
that's the Seraphim.
Jetpacks. Oh, so that's their jetpack. Oh,
yeah, that's their jetpack.
Okay. Oh,
that's the standard. Yeah. Well, these are the standard ones. I'm doing this as a conversion. So like the wings are actually from an Eldar model. But what I'm doing is I've sanded down, as you can see right here, the back of this. I'm going to use green stuff to put the jump pack on the back of that like this. So that way the wings just look like accoutrement.
Nice.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
dude, that is the reason why I love this game, and especially if they're including things where you can have like webway gates and actual bases you can like run. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be a broke ass man doing this fucking Warhammer thing.
I'll say, man, I've definitely been getting back into it in a big way. I hadn't played since I think 5th edition, and now we're up to 8th edition, and the game is not the same as it used to be at all. But I'm perfectly fine with it. I really like the direction that they've been taking it. So,
and Chaos is asking at Fat Platypus, dost thou speak, woman?
No, I don't. I don't speak much.
No. Oh.
Because I'm not like, look, quiz. You know, I don't talk as much about this whole.
True.
About than as you. So yeah.
No, but I mean,
the more you talk about it, the less I will speak.
If you let fucking Quiz educate me about Warhammer, we're done. Interrupt. Just fucking force yourself in there. Say something. And we'll let it go. We will. We know not everyone is fucking got a hard on or wet on for Warhammer like we do.
So you know me, I can talk about this all night. So
yeah, you can.
Yeah,
I like sports where we hit people.
Really hit me in my culture, so like I'm like, oh, I like that because like I have a thing for the German World War I helmets. They're just fucking jazzy as hell, and I should every fucking gig I go to, the chicks love it. I get all the chicks because of that.
I hear it saying.
I need to have an army of picklehob fucking Imperial Guardsmen.
Don't worry, Burnside. World Cup is coming.
All right, 4-minute warning, guys. If you want to shill anything, go ahead. You guys can do it at random. All right.
That'll work.
All right. We're going to start off the same way I did the intros. Time. You got anything you want to shill?
Well, I'm making one of my videos, but I got sidetracked because I wrote, and then I got sidetracked in the middle of writing and started reading The Plague. But there's going to be a video coming out soon that isn't gaming for once. It's about a bunch of people that dressed up as Africans and spoke a different African language that they were trying to impersonate, and then they started speaking Latin, and no one noticed. And they almost started World War I in the process with another idea. Hey, we'll dress up as German officers and walk over the French border with some troops. What could possibly go wrong? This is in 1905. All right.
A terrible idea.
That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so just let everyone know, I guess, where they can find you so we can take a look at this when you're done writing it.
Well, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Minds. Same thing as you see here, because this is the Google account I use. And if you're in the Discord, I'm generally posting random shit like good old-fashioned 7-hour render times for some fucking reason that I still don't understand.
This is why I use Maya. It is your friend.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're gonna punch out like 3 videos at once, each being about an hour. They take maybe an hour and a half to render each. Hey, you want to put out something that's an hour and a half? Hey, guess what, fucker? 7 hours to render, cause
Oh yeah.
Still miffed about that. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna work on my video, so I just sat in Audacity last night. Like, I can't use Vegas at the moment.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know the feeling. I used to have that problem all the time with Maya. That's the stuff when it comes to 3D, man.
Yeah. It just made me funny because it's like I got 32 gigs of RAM. I got an i7 4 something. Fuck it. I forget my processors and a 1070. I'm like, we shouldn't be having this problem.
Balls, dude.
All right.
That sucks.
Moving down the line then.
So, Fat Platypus, you got anything you want to show?
Well, obviously the Minions. I don't really do much on my own channel. I used to, and every now and I'll do some video game streams if I'm really, really, really bored and remember to do it. I do always host the Minions game night every week. So.
Hold on. Minions of the Zoo?
Minions of the Zoo, yes.
All right.
All right, cool. What night?
That would be tomorrow night, actually. Saturday nights. Every Saturday night, unless I decide to take a break and reluctantly give Fritz the reins. That always turns to shit.
Reluctantly.
Yes.
All right, cool. I'll definitely tune in tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. And I'm on Twitter. That's, yeah.
What the hell?
Platy, so.
Yeah, no, someone's having a hell of a fucking...
Somebody's dogs are humping each other.
Or humping them.
No, it's me and Cody. He wants to play, so he decided he's going to play with my pajama pants.
You gotta understand, I've been watching horror movies all night, and for a split second, I thought that like I was seeing like some sort of horror shit unfold on the stream. Like, oh fuck, did I just step into a B movie?
No, and Scooby, I've been watching Ghost Adventures the past week.
Oh, and to boot, the basement of my workplace is literally haunted with the ghosts of Nazi war prisoners. So this is the perfect circle. Heinrich Himmler and his boys are going to start, haunting the basement with their goose stepping.
They wanted to revive the Duchy of Burgundy for some fucking reason.
Yeah. Lovely.
And Brittany, which is Celtic, but in France. And less Celtic now.
All right, I'm going to move us down the line a little bit here. Tara, I'm not going to mute you, but what I'm going to do is just lower your volume a little bit. That way you can still... But that dog is got... Wow. He's a happy boy.
Yeah, he is.
Puppy.
Oh, puppy.
All right. Oh, I forgot my computer sucks. I can't even get her open. All right. But anyway, GCV, are you still conscious? I haven't heard from you all night.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Man is live. Holy shit. Yeah, where you been, man?
Listening to you guys talk about stuff I have no idea. So, yeah. It's been
great. In the
great.
hockey section.
I hang out with you guys. You can find me on Twitter, GCV_FTW. I post a lot of dumb shit.
Fair enough.
Thanks for having me back. Even though I didn't really say much because I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about 99% of the time. So I was like, okay.
You get used to it.
None of us know, dude.
Ask questions. I was going to say ask questions because by you asking questions, we can actually illustrate to the chat what we're talking about. Because, there is the chance that the chat doesn't know what we're talking about either. So, by all means, ask. Yeah.
Yeah. You know I'm not shy.
I know that.
Dear Lord, you know I'm not shy.
True that.
My man.
All right. So let me see.
And,
going down the line.
Real fast, I just want to show for Cass since he died. You can find him on Twitter, Cass Warfox, and on Facebook he has his page is Cass Warfox, and he's with the post assembler stress disorder page as well on Facebook.
Cool. Very cool. And right now, actually, since we're ending, but we're going to be starting our after hours. In the meantime, while Irv is setting up the after hours, if you guys want to maybe hop over to Prostate's channel, that's what Cass is right now. That's actually part of the reason he leaves early all the time is he hops in with Prostate.
Right.
So, yeah. So while we're setting up our after hours, if you guys are looking for something for like a 10, 15 minutes to tide you over,
Yeah, support our boy. Yeah.
Definitely.
Support our boy Prostate.
Post the link in the YouTube chat if you can.
Okay. What was I gonna say? We're gonna keep going down the line, but Chaos Eve does have a question. She wants to know, Quiz, what's with the hat? Why do you always rock it?
'Cause I'm bald.
But bald is sexy.
You're not that bald, dude. You got hair. You
Bald
got,
is sexy.
I shave it.
Bald.
That's just a beautiful answer. Is all that is.
Also,
Prostate link is in the chat.
It's kind of my thing now. You know, you had the eras of JonTron. JonTron always wore the hat back in the old ones. You know.
Mm-hmm. I hear that.
And ironically, I always got my hat on, so hey, now I'm not the only one.
Take
And
it off.
Jared says, "Let it shine."
Yeah, just this is all me, all natural, every inch of it, all that.
My man.
Cass, I'll take it off when you stuff some ones in my pants. So.
Oh
my!
Everyone goes after Eve.
Shots fired.
Doesn't even like dudes.
I'm not going to your pants. I'm just going to take your hat off and have Burnside take a quick picture.
All right. Speaking of Burnside, you're up. Shill away, man.
All right, cool. Let me get that done before I got to go on my rounds and check for expired fire extinguishers that may explode at any minute and piss off Himmler and the boys. All right. When I'm not doing all that aforementioned crap, you can find me on YouTube, BitChute, Gab AI. Now that I'm getting back in the swing of it since they survived that DDoS attack. And let's see here. I've got actually I'll be Quiz. Hopefully by Sunday, Monday, I'll have the Grunge Imperium of Mankind flag done for you because I got the Sisters of Battle one done for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And cool shit done.
Speaking of, I'll be ordering that probably this weekend. I've got the budget set aside for it, so maybe you might see a set design change.
Awesome. I hope it turns out good for you because I mean, Irv says it's really good shit because he's basically the same type of tapestry flag you'll be ordering is the one he himself has, although naturally different pattern but the same material.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it too. I was probably going to order a large one for behind me, and then I was thinking about ordering a small one to mount to a flagpole and carry that around with me whenever I take my sister's battle to go play games.
Nice.
Yes.
Do it. That idea. Oh god. Okay. New idea. Anybody, if you want to do cool shit like that, fucking bug shit out of me so that I can make that. Because now that is an awesome idea, Quiz. I fucking love the hell out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Actually, I got an idea.
Tell me.
Can you make an American flag out of raw leather? That way I can tell people it's made out of human flesh.
You know what? If I can get some actual skin textures, I can probably fucking wing it.
That would be so fucking sick for more. Can you imagine that?
Scooby.
Yeah.
Scooby.
Yeah.
I know people that I can buy the already dyed leathers.
Awesome.
Oh.
Can you imagine that? The little communists come up to you. We're going to burn your flag because that's a symbol of appropriation. Go ahead, try. It's made from human flesh.
Oh my god. No. Maximus Necronomicanus. Oh my god, I love that idea. Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. Tara, if you can get... Oh my god, I know how we're gonna do this. Okay, you get the fucking leather. If you can't stitch it, mail it to my mother, and she's got fucking like a zillion fucking Japanese sewing machines downstairs and shit.
Oh no, we have leather sewing machine needles at the house.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, dude, let's do this. Let's fucking do this. Maximus Necronomicanus.
And if I can't actually find the leather, I can find pleather.
Nice.
That'll work all the same. Make it. We
cheaper.
can dye it, make it look like human flesh, and just go. This was forged from the flesh of
Why
your comrade."
why dye it? I can buy it in white, blue, and red.
Okay, I just want to point out, I've seen a book that has most likely been bound in human flesh. I mean, it could have been pork skin, but it.
Oh man,
It's
Damn,
not. Yeah, no. The texture is.
quick. So guys, keep rolling. I'll be back in like 4 or 5 minutes after I do my rounds.
Well, the stream will probably be over, but okay.
Yeah.
But it's all good. But yeah, Quiz, that brings us to you. I know you've been talking about Warhammer all night, but you got anything directly about you yourself you want to shill?
Well, I do D&D streams on Saturday. We missed last Saturday because I was feeling a little bit under the weather, but
My cat's saying hi, Quiz.
yeah. But we should be on the schedule to have another session tomorrow. I also do Minions of the Zoo Monday nights. I paint. I also talked today on Twitter with Sofane. So hopefully,
He's a fun guy.
Hopefully, we might be able to get him on one of these Mondays, because I think he secretly is a tabletop nerd. Whenever I post any of my Warhammer miniature paintings, he always likes them. No, he always likes them. He always likes them. He never says anything, but he always likes them. So I'm thinking Sofane might be a closet tabletop nerd. But
You know what? He might be like me. That he has no clue, and he wants in.
He wants in, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And no, to clarify, Chaos, I don't have Sofane. I just extended the offer, and he said he may want to hop in. So
goddamn,
I always just randomly shitpost under his Twitter on my personal account.
I
It's
do.
always random bullshit comments like.
Oh yeah. I love messing with that guy on his Twitter. It's great. I always have a lot
Usually
of fun.
him and Reese or Nightmare Fuel. I'm always with my personal.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Yeah,
Melty Buddha.
He's a great guy. I like Sofane a lot. But we've got that going. I'm planning on making some actual Warhammer videos. Maybe doing like some speed paints, maybe doing some stream paints and stuff like that to kind of show tutorial sort of stuff for people to get into it. And then also, let's see here. Comic book curation. Polydub and I have made some videos where we talk shit about comic books. They're up on Polydub's channel. We're going to be recording another one this weekend, right? Right, Polydub? I know he's in the chat.
So he is in the chat.
It's not America Chavez, and I can be glad for that.
Yeah, let's say America Chavez is the last episode that we just filmed, which is up on his channel. So go check that out. We had a lot of fun making it, even if it was painful.
You have no idea how painful it is for someone who's even not a comic book nerd to look at that shit. Was like, What the hell?
It's bad fan fiction in comic book form. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. Inquisitor8_1 on Twitter.
Oh, very cool. And just a quick caveat to that, Polly. I know you're in chat and you're still watching. I had already told this to Quiz, but when you guys do actually, if you ever get to around where you go in over Thor and you get to the Walt Simonson era, when he did his run, just remember to holler at your boy. That's all I'm saying.
Will do.
Right, cool.
I know the other person that's really interested was Jack Cochran. I know he was wanting to really get in on one of our recordings on that. So
Don't you mean Jack the motherfucking Cochran?
Jack the motherfucking Cochran. By the way, I might want to just show up a little bit. Last Monday's Zoom Minion stream, we actually had a really interesting conversation between me, Polly, and Jack about the whole thing going down with diversity in comics and his whole being dropped from Antarctic Press. So yeah, I think if you're interested in comics, that might be a cool thing to check out. So
yeah, definitely I will.
My caddy has become very chatty.
Mine tapped at the door because I've had the door shut so I don't wake up the house since it was my mother's birthday today.
Oh, wish her happy birthday for us.
I was
Yeah,
going
my
to say,
father's
just definitely
yesterday.
give her. Oh, cool.
My sister's is in like a fucking week too.
Oh, so your family's like mine, where one birthday starts to cascade, and next thing you know, you're broke till Christmas.
Yeah, and then I'm just
Yes.
in March.
Oh
'cause
my God.
I'm
That's
different.
my life.
Then again, out of all my cousins, I'm the only guy, so I'm always the
Drum.
special snowflake of the group.
I'm reading in chat here. Drum Tech Marine, bro, this isn't a wig. This is me.
No, that's
Look.
Sicilian hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The Southern Italian, thick as it fucking comes, and we don't go bald. Maybe okay.
Yeah.
Some of our women go
That's
bald,
my fault.
but the men hold their hair forever.
Yeah.
He had it down to his like mid back, and now he's well.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just
yeah,
waiting for
seriously,
my
this
turn,
is all me.
unfortunately.
So, Irv, you got anything to shill?
I'm Irving Twin. I'm Irving motherfucking Twin, the angry drunk Canadian. I have my channel, and maybe you know me, maybe you don't. My last video is actually I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty pleased. I also have a gaming channel. There's nothing on there, Irving Twin Gaming. But yeah, Quiz, you haven't fucking critiqued my fucking strategy yet, so I don't think it's too bad at this point.
Unfortunately, I don't know too much about Total War.
No, it's basically war. It's chess or
Yeah.
checkers, but whatever you think, I bet you know things.
And I'm a fucker for grand strategy. Like I have EU4 running in the background whenever we go into something I know nothing of what we're talking about.
But yeah, no, I'm the angry drunk Canadian, Irving Twin, and there will be no after hours on my channel. I am dead. I'm done. I'm out. Okay,
Yeah,
if
I'm
anybody
going
else,
to read
Sarah,
more of the plague after this
Sarah,
too.
you want to run it?
No, I have to be up early tomorrow.
Anyone who wants to run an after hours, be my fucking guest. I have no claim to that fucking title. I just drink a lot and go late nights. That's all. That's all. That's what after hours is. So, yeah. Anybody wants to watch some of my videos? They're all about Canada. That's why I have so few subs. I don't delve into other things. But yeah.
They're
Thanks
quality
for having
subs,
me.
man. They're quality subs.
They really are. They really are. All of my subs are the fucking best goddamn people. Oh, I love them all. Thank you so much. I hit 200. I hit 200 subs.
Congratulations.
Thumbs up, buddy. Thumbs up.
Yeah. And if my IRL friends are still around, thank you and congratulations, because I know this can be hard sometimes. We don't make any sense. Anyway.
That's
Move
why
on.
we're good at what we do. Definitely. Before I move on, though, I just wanted to mention to am I Satan yet? We've been ending for 20 minutes. Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm unique for this. Out of any of the hosts, I will let you shill for as long as you need to shill to get all your shit out. I don't care. I'm in no rush because when I'm done doing this, I gotta sleep.
Sorry, circle back because let me outro because my boy Craig is in here. Craig Bragg. This is all right. If you want a sober, measured version of what I do, you're looking at Craig Bragg. Okay, he and I are on the same wavelength, except he's better than me. That's basically it. He's the better version of me. He doesn't drink as much as I do. He doesn't burn as much as I do, and he's better educated. This is the man, Craig Bragg. Okay, if you want to know what's going on in Canada, you hit him up. If you want to know what's going on in Australia, fuck am I Satan ? You hit Bering.
Hey,
okay? Craig Bragg is the Bering of Canada.
Nice.
All right.
That's awesome. Oh Lord.
Craig is saying, "Stop it."
Yeah. Why? Because he's the Bering of Canada, right? He's so humble. He's so Canadian. He can't have it.
He's a gentleman.
All right, I'm the shadow of that man. That man's a good dude. I am the fucking rage of my country. He's the proper Canadian. All right.
I think you're just a Canadian rebel.
That's very cool.
We're all rebels in Canada. That's how we came to be. That's how you came to be. All right. But I'm the drunken fucking rage of my country, and he's the educated, measured. Right? Hey, Britain, we're going to declare sovereignty, and you're going to let us. And I'm ready to fucking throw firebombs at these motherfuckers. He's the way that we came to be. I'm the underlying anger, right? It's you know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
So, Tara, you got anything to show?
I'm Tara Sin. You can find me on almost any YouTube or social media. If you hit me up on IMVU, make sure you message me first because I will not accept friends requests or chats because, well, I usually get creepers. I have an Etsy store, Tara and Roxy Craft. Hopefully, starting next week, we'll be getting the purses on there and removing the wreaths. We're going this Sunday to the Waldo Flea Market to sell our stuff. So if you're in the North Central Florida area, come on down and buy my purses. Give me your money. I have a maker support and a Patreon. I need a sugar daddy or a sugar mama that's willing to, do that because I found this stand that I want to get for my phone so I can do video of me sewing.
Oh, very cool.
And this Sunday at 5 p.m. is my stream with Ranting Monkey. I'm going to have my brother in there, an American Kel. I'm going to have Burnside, and I'm going to have Scooby.
That should be fun.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey's a lot of fun.
If you get Scribe in there, it's going to be even better.
Scribe didn't respond, so it's just Monkey right now. And Monkey could get me some subscribers.
Don't let Monkey take over or go too gross. He does that.
I don't care if he goes gross. He's already gross because he has a thing for midgets. Ugh.
So who doesn't?
Dead bodies in my
I
city.
don't. Midgets freak me out.
Hey, there's nothing sexier than a woman you can hang from your rearview mirror.
No, the woman I hang from my rearview mirror, her name is Barbie, and I hang her from a noose. I actually had that one time. Someone gave me a noose, and I had a Barbie, and I dressed it up to look like my ex-girlfriend who was with my ex-boyfriend. They were dating, and I'm not joking. I dyed her hair black because the bitch had dyed her hair black. I dressed it up in an outfit she normally wore, and cut the hair on the doll, and I hung it from a noose from my rear view mirror.
That's fucking cool.
Hey, Terry, your brother said you can tell me about the Florida midget.
Oh,
and you like Brad Williams? Who the fuck is Brad Williams?
Brad Williams is a comedian midget. He's fucking hilarious. I like him. And he has this one little part where he's like, I'm a midget, you know, I'm short, I think about normal things, I don't just stand here walking around, and he shuffles really fast as he's talking, going, I'm a midget, I'm a midget, I'm a midget, I'm a midget. It's fucking hilarious. You can watch it on YouTube. Just look up Brad Williams.
All right, I will, definitely.
And they've heard the story about the Florida midget, the guy masturbating on the sidewalk.
I cannot wait to move to your state. Seriously, I am so looking forward to that.
And I plan on moving out of this state.
Why? Every other state is boring compared to yours. We do this news. We've been doing this for months now. It's jazzing me to move there.
Because if Burnside and I work out, come more, you know, my happy ass is going to Chicago or wherever the fuck he is.
And there's poverty and death and cold shit. It's cold up here. It's cold. There's poverty. There's death. The Northeast and the Midwest are not exactly fucking, you know, tourist traps. Why are you going to leave paradise to go to poverty?
Because Florida is a fucking black hole.
I mean, I kind of like my necropolis. Thank you very much. It's nice and dreary. There's dead bodies everywhere.
See, I'm very morbid. I like the whole idea of having dead bodies everywhere. This is coming from the woman that wants to have sex on a recently used but clean autopsy table.
So who doesn't?
Probably be arranged.
You know, you got to remind me to tell you about the time a friend of mine who was working as he was what the fuck do they call him when they cut people open? Mortician.
Yeah.
The one who does it, like, you know, for NCIS when they bring in a dead person and they got to figure out what the hell they died from.
ME, medical examiner.
Medical examiner, yeah.
A buddy of mine was past tense, was a medical examiner. They brought in from the Hamptons a supermodel who she just died, so she was still warm. Guess what they caught him doing?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Body stays warm 30 minutes after death.
Like,
I know.
don't get me wrong. I like the idea, right? If my girl wants to pretend that she's fucking dead or unconscious, yes, I will fucking have my way with her. An actual fucking dead body, like, I mean, that's just unclean. You know, like, you don't. Bacteria literally makes up 50% of your body weight, and once you pass, you're not fighting that shit anymore. That's not. Oh no, it's all filth.
Yeah,
now.
the corpses just bloat because they want to.
Well, my whole thing is this. What happens when the rigor mortis sets in? How the fuck are you going to get it where you got her knees next to her ears? How are you going to get them back down?
Yeah. Eventually, it'll
You're going to have to bury her in a triangular casket.
Eventually, it'll go down. It's fine.
Oh, man. All right, and the best for last, Six. You've been quiet tonight. Is everything all right, man? Is it your allergies?
My allergies are fine. It's just that I took one of those damn Tylenol PMs last night, and those things they're pretty rough on me for some fucking reason, and I'm still like in that weird kind of like pre-drowsy state where it's like.
From yesterday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, those things mess me up, particularly when I haven't taken one in months. So I've detoxed from the last time that I took those things. I used to take them regularly, and you know so I would be on the verge of overdosing on those things to actually have an effect. But then I went for a long time not taking them, and my body detoxed and no longer had a tolerance for them.
Yeah, but Craig Bragg called you a lightweight.
Oh. That is too funny.
Or me, because I've been drinking. Okay, like Christ, I barbecued for 150 people today, and now I've had a half a bottle of fucking 101 proof fucking bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a
lightweight.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking champ. Okay.
Well, champ. Let's see.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
I really enjoyed your video, and sometime in the next couple of days, I'm gonna have one for you to watch.
Yes.
It's gonna be my special post Mother's Day one. It's a special edition. It's kind of a sort of heavier topic than I typically do. So it's I've been working on it. And let's see. I have the next 6 minutes channel. You can find it by spelling out the word 6, because if you don't, then you're not going to find it. I also have the next live streams channel. I'm on Twitter and Gab and Minds and so on and so forth. Let's see. I have something to share with everybody. It is the CHAOS120 group channel. It doesn't work like it does for the minions. We don't regularly stream from it, but we do have content up there on there. It's kind of like a single serving size of our content. It's sort of a preview for what we have in store for everyone on our individual channels. So go in there, and it's kind of like a sort of like a grab bag of various odds and ends from all of our stuff. So
it's the chaotic goodie bag.
Yeah, it's like the CHAOS120 trail mix, if you will.
With a little bit of whiskey in there.
And if you want to see this awesome angry drunk Canadian, there's an interview with him. And if you want to see this awesome Floridian, there's an interview with her. She was my first interview, so yeah, Terracen.
And I'm still honored by that.
Oh, you're welcome. Very welcome.
Well, he wanted to get you out of the way first because of the time zones. You know, it was going to cause the scheduling conflict.
Lord. Yeah, you're time over there. So you got to make sure.
Go walk over to a crackhead and
get
kiss
your.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Not as nasty.
Anyhow, anyhow, I just wanted to thank my viewers again for helping me get that GoPro funded. So, so yeah, I'm going to be making great use of that, and in the coming months, you're going to see a lot of really awesome on location stuff. So,
damn, now I'm craving cookie dough.
God damn it.
Lord.
So that is my shill, and take it away, Scooby.
Very cool. Thank you, Six, and thank all you guys for coming onto the panel tonight, and thank everybody in chat. Seriously, thank you guys for coming through.
Yeah, but before you finished, who stole "Am I Satan Yet" girlfriend?
That's me.
Fat platypus. Yeah.
I stole her. She's mine now. God damn it! I like fat platypuses.
All this incredible hilariousness is your fault. And
yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, good job. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Top fucking keck.
Well,
I'm like the unofficial chat monitor for Scooby's host night, and yeah, this has been a blast. Thank you so much for doing that, because this fucking lolcow has made my fucking night.
She's good at the kecks.
Very cool. She's more than welcome to come on next week when I stream if she wants.
We'll invite anyone.
Oh yeah. As long as you're not an asshole to other people on the stream, then yeah, I got no problem. Anyone can stream with me. I'm cool like that.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Six has had her on before, so he knows how she works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, very
kinky.
cool. Well, if she wants to, well, yeah, am I Satan yet? If you want to stream next Friday, you're more than welcome to.
Join
Yeah,
us.
actually, yeah, Plotty, if you could you give her the link to my Discord? That way, you know, like it's easier for me to get in contact with her because my computer's a piece of shit. I'm thrown off
Do
of
I
Twitter.
have that power scoop?
Yeah, go
I'll
nuts.
post
If
YouTube.
yeah, I
If
think
you have
you
a
should.
wrench, you should be able to, Irv.
I don't want to put it into the bro. I don't want to put it into the side chat. I piss off leftists more than you do. The last thing I want is them in the Discord. That's why I don't do what Weibo does and put the shit in here every time we stream, because especially like after what happened to Geek Thulu's server and all those other people's servers, I'm skeptical with the people I throw
There's
up in.
24-hour link now in the YouTube chat. So good luck, bro.
Oh Lord.
All right.
That's to your. Yeah.
To mine?
Yes.
Oh, that's the last thing I want.
You said I could. What are you doing?
I meant through the.
Am I saying it best? I'm in. No. Yeah. No. 24
cool.
hours. Right. Delete this fucking channel now.
Delete the channel?
Delete the whole channel, he said.
Okay, no. Remove the stream, because for 24 hours, that link is good. And
you can also delete the link.
Yeah, you can always delete the link. Yeah.
No, I have a wrench. It takes fucking Scooby to do it at this point.
All right.
Yes, Scooby just did it. The last thing I need is lefties.
Speaking of Irving and Scooby, I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have them on my Sunday tea time stream.
Nice.
Yeah. I might not know. I can't. It's long story, but Scoob, you and Six were saying you wanted to talk. Should I be involved here? Should I hop in? I think I should.
Well, it was about the stream.
Oh, okay.
So right. I don't know if you can't make it, then I guess it'll just be me and Scoob talking.
Yeah. Well, let me wrap this up, and then we can all get down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
9 minutes later. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, no.
Because I did look into it. Turns out they moved the Back the Blue rally from its usual spot down to the park that we have down. So it's about 4 blocks down. But the cool thing is, though, it's the conservation center. So depending on what all goes on, I might actually be able to get some cool footage of wildlife and stuff for everybody. And John Pierre insisted that I go to next year's May Day, so that'll be fun. Because he had an absolute laugh over the footage, so at least he was entertained. And Redbubble, Burnside Film, tell me what shit you want me to make.
Give him your money so he can fuck me.
Yeah, that too. And I think that's about it. I'll let everybody know if I want to do anything else. But that's really all I got on the plate right now.
All right, cool. Made me lose my whole train of thought. Oh yeah, what I got cooking for what's going down. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be going to the 9:30 a.m. to the matinee for Deadpool 2. I didn't go today because I'm cheap. I'm not spending the $5 difference. I'm going for the matinee. That's just me.
Nice.
I'm honest. I'm not going to give them $5 extra just because I want to go later in the day. Fuck that. So I'm doing that in the morning. And then after that, my wife is going to go with her sister for the day. And so I'm going to be free in the afternoon. I'm going to try to walk the dog early. And I wanted to, that's why I'm bringing this up now, because I have you all here. I needed to talk to the Inquisitor, and I needed to talk to Irving about that the stream I tried to do with you guys like 2-3 weeks ago about that RPG I'm working on. If you guys are going to be around tomorrow, let me know. It's basically I'm only going to live stream it just so I can literally go back, because I'm so lazy. I don't even want to save like the hangout in the computer. I'd rather just put it up on YouTube anyway for a reference point.
That way you can go back and review all of the other things we went over.
Right. It's basically it's a from the ground up startup that I'm doing. So I just wanted you guys in on this because I value your input, and that was all. Basically, that's what I got cooking for tomorrow, and then of course tomorrow night is Weibo stream at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's pretty much everything I got going on. You gonna be around tomorrow, Quiz?
Yeah, I should be.
All right, cool. What about you, Irv?
Late afternoon, early evening, I should be available.
And if you ever need a history fucker, I'm always here.
And I'd like to jump into Weebos if she has me, you know.
Because I remember you were saying you might want to for historical bits.
Yeah,
I could probably pull something out of my ass like, hey, this happened in the year. What's your fuck it when Huzuma Dibidob did this?
Jesus. All right.
Oh, the era of Huzuma Dibidob.
Yeah.
Huzuma Dibidob.
Almost as bad as Admakaten, or however the fuck you said that Egyptian guy's name. It's like, hey, we're going to completely change the religion.
Akhenaten. Yeah.
Oxycontin.
Also, my heirs have died now.
Did you literally remove the fucking Hangout fucking link that I posted?
Yeah, he did.
Or the Discord?
Yes.
No! Craig Bragg didn't get in.
He joined.
Yeah, he said I joined.
And now he says it's been deleted.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, that's
okay.
someone else
As long
was
as he's
asking.
in, right? Like, fuck.
Yeah. Craig Bragg.
Yeah, as long as he's got Craig Bragg is a better version of me. He's what I want to be when I grow up, except I'm already grown up and I can't be that anymore.
Are you no longer a Toys R Us kid?
Well, no one can be a Toys R Us kid
Toys R Us is
anymore.
out of business.
Yeah, that's too bad.
He and I are like the same age, except he did better with his life. That's basically. He's less angry because he's done better. That's.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm ending it right now, pal. All right, but yeah, that's the cue actually. Since now that the panel has to drop out, this has been the longest outro I think we've done yet. A good solid 45 minutes.
1:30 outro. We ran the stream over to like 1:30 one time, if I remember.
Yeah, that was just running the stream. This is just us shilling our shit.
Yeah.
But
like,
yeah,
I'll get off and I'll read.
And we still have 10 watching, eh?
Yeah, that's awful. We just got a good report.
I think they muted their YouTube a long time ago.
But yeah,
Not patiently. That's a lie.
I want to thank everyone in the chat for sticking with us this long. I hope we entertained you. I hope you guys on the panel had as much fun tonight as I did. So until tomorrow night with Weibo, I'm Scooby331 for CHAOS120. Thank you guys for coming out and watching. Take care and good night. Bye-bye, guys.
Peace out. Hail Sigmar.